Humvees, 2 tactical vehicles, and 16 guard members are there to help with storm response. The county also has snow plows filled with salt ready to clear more than 1,000 miles of road. Taking a look at snowfall happening across the country about 16 hours away from us. If you're driving in Arkansas, folks are enjoying a good old-fashioned snow day. This video is making the rounds online right now, and man, he is whipping that four-wheeler, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I guess that's one way to get around in the snow if you don't want to take the car out. And you can stay up to date on the weather wherever you are through our WMAR-2 News app. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download it. We've got live radar hour-by-hour conditions because this storm is changing as we speak. Also a long list of delays and cancellations. And be sure to send us your snow pictures at pix@WMAR.com. We have gotten so many in so far. A couple of photos of dogs enjoying their first snow, which is always great to see. Some of these nice, really picturesque photos there. Makes it look not too bad, but it is treacherous out there.
You could tell by some of them.
Yes, just
not a lot of visibility.
Snap these photos from the comforts of your home, just like these folks did.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back.
Watching WMAR-2 News, part of the Scripps News Group.
All right, everybody, welcome back to a special snowy edition of Good Morning Maryland. We're taking a live look outside right now, and as you can see, those roads more white than pavement out there.
Yes, they are.
All right, let's go to meteorologist Abigail Degler. Abigail, you've been running this marathon for us. How you holding up? You okay?
I had my second cup of coffee.
There you go.
So that's helping. Woo. But it's going to be a long stretch before I get a break and before Dylan gets in because he's going to be carrying you through the rest of the evening. I got the morning and the early afternoon before my reinforcements do show up. It's a team effort because we've been dealing with the prep for this since yesterday, the activity since early this morning, and we're continuing to see some heavy bands of snow push through. It's 8:45. We've been tracking this since yesterday, but active radar since around 1 a.m. this morning, and it's been nothing but accumulation since then. I do want to mention over here in this corner, as I scoot over, down to our very south, we are seeing some of this pink color. We need to keep an eye on it because that means a warmer notch of air is trying to make its way in, and that also means the snow is subject to change, and that would cause some hazards on the roadways and make your shoveling, if that's what you're planning on doing today, a lot harder. We're seeing it start to slip up just to the south of Fredericksburg. It will continue to push up. We're going to see some activity off towards the eastern shore start to move up. We have some warm fronts wanting to make their way through, and that warm notch of air will change the dynamic or the structure of our precipitation from big fluffy snowflakes to sleet to freezing rain and little ice pellets, all looking like a possibility today. That's why we have a winter storm warning through 4 a.m. on Monday. Look at these current conditions. I love getting live video outside because it paints a picture and gives you a visual for what I'm talking about. Now, this is a higher vantage point. This is looking at the Inner Harbor. And if you can squint, you see Fed Hill off in the background there. It is covered in snow. So are these little walkways next to the Inner Harbor. And mind you, the harbor is a warmer mass or body of water, which should impact snowfall, at least in the very center portion of this little area, and still we're seeing some accumulating snow. That gives you a hint for just how cold it is outside. We are dealing with the teens still and struggling. Even with these south-southwest winds, it is ever-changing or variable winds that will move throughout the day today. That warm notch of air will help to push in some southerly flow. We'll have some west winds, some north winds. All in all, it's just going to be messy today, and that's the best summation I can give you of this forecast. It is catastrophic to the U.S. as a whole. We're seeing it impact over 20 states. We're included in this. And as we look at our snowfall map, which hasn't changed since early this morning, but may change as soon as we get some of that mixed precipitation in, we're looking at 7 to 10 inches for the metropolitan area on the northern tier. As we look towards the southern region of the I-95 corridor, that gets knocked down. And the reason being, when that snow changes over, it has less moisture to turn into snow. And what temperature that is, typically that rain is a little bit warmer. It melts anything on impact. It may refreeze, but what snow accumulation we have, it'll undercut it. So we're looking at 5 to 8 for the south region of the state, off towards the eastern shore, 4 to 6, because they are expecting more of a glazing and an icing later on this morning and early this afternoon. And then the mountains up to 14 inches for our higher elevations. So what have you in the state of Maryland, depending on your location, we're going to see a wide range of snow, sleet, and even potentially ice. For now, let's turn over to Christy Breslin for a check of never mind.
We'll take it away for you, Abigail. Thank you so much. All right, well, as we've been seeing in Christy's reports and also through our live reporters, the plows are out in force right now, trying to keep up with that steady snowfall.
Yeah, they have long hours and days ahead of them once this snowstorm moves out. We've got Maryland State Highway spokesperson Charlie Gischler with us now. Charlie, what's the plan of attack for highway crews right now since the snow is still falling and falling fast?
Ah, yikes. You know, that's why this is a storm that's very complicated. It's going to have everything that the meteorologist just said. What we're doing right now, we have over 3,000 pieces of equipment in action. We actually had to supplement our crew and our contracting crew with other contractors from west to east and everywhere in between. So it takes them about 90 minutes to do their route. Everybody's got a certain route, and, you know, they go by, they plow it, and as soon as they come back, it's snow-filled again. So that's what we're going to be dealing with until it changes over. And then the Arctic temperatures are not our friend either. They're not helping us at all. We're going to have to use liquid magnesium that's sprayed into the salt that can handle things under 20 degrees for the pavement temperature. So this is going to be a prolonged operation through Monday, and we're not going to be satisfied until we have dry lanes. So that's what we have there for you.
People are definitely going to have to be patient with you guys on that front. So, Charlie, how can people see which roads the plows have been to thus far?
I'm so glad you asked that question. You know, if you go to roads.maryland.gov, that's our main website. There's a lot of great information on there, access to hundreds of live traffic cameras, and incident page too, so you can plan a route. But we have our Storm app, the statewide transportation operations resource map, and that shows where the equipment is and where they've treated for the past 30 minutes. So again, we say stay home, but if you do have to go out, we realize there are some essential people. Go to that and devise a good transportation plan. Make sure your vehicle is winter ready, good tires, everything's topped off, gas, you know, windshield wiper fluids. Clear your entire vehicle off, not just the glass surfaces, and just take it slow on ice and snow. You know, use your lower gears to help control the vehicle.
Awesome. And then, Charlie, now, once the storm rolls out eventually, you touched on this, how will your teams handle the leftover ice and the snow?
Yeah, we're just going to continue to treat it. These temperatures, we haven't seen these in quite some time, you know. So we're dealing with early morning temperatures in the single digits. So anything that does melt is going to freeze again. So we're going to keep crews out to make sure we spot for that. And we do have new technology in the past, like 15 years that we've been using infrared technology. So it shows us what the temperature on the pavement is, what kind of precipitation is there. And we also took that infrared equipment and put it onto 100 of our vehicles. So it's in motion. So you can think like I-83, you know, the Harrisburg Expressway between, say, Timonium and the Hereford zone. Okay, the temperatures can greatly differ. So that determines a wet roadway from a roadway that may begin to ice up. So we are able to use that technology, harness it, and make smart decisions and light up our overhead message signs and treat the roads.
Oh, well, shout out to all the crews out there, Charlie. We know that they are working so hard right now, and it's going to be a long road for them in the coming hours and days. So we just want to say thank you so much to all the guys and gals out there that are keeping us safe. We really do appreciate it.
Ditto. You know, they're very dedicated people, and we want them to be safe, and that along with our partners in the counties and the city.
Awesome. All right. Awesome. Charlie Gischler, thank you so much.
All right,
You're
now
welcome.
let's check in
Take
with
care.
oh yeah, appreciate you, Charlie, again. Now let's check in with our team of reporters. They're outside braving those elements for us right now.
Yeah, and they've been out there for hours now. So let's start off with WMAR-TV News' Kara Burnett. She's been in Ellicott City since about 6 o'clock this morning. I say she's having a lot of fun out there, even though she's in, like, you know, inches and inches of snow. But you're having a good time. What's it looking like out there right now, Kara?
Yeah, well, guys, if I have to be here, I'm going to have a good time doing it. But let me tell you, the gentle snowflakes has left the building. It's like a icy snowflake pellet situation just smacking me in my face. I actually grabbed these icicles off of our news car, and that's what we're seeing here. I mean, it really is a wintry mix. Of course, we have a couple inches of snow out here. I mean, look at this. This is a lot of snow. Even, I will say, because if you're thinking about leaving your house, don't, because one of the plows came through here just trying to get gas. He barely made it out of the parking lot. He had a reverse, try again, stop, start, and that was one of the bigger trucks, the bigger plows. So if you're thinking about leaving the house, don't do it. You don't want to get stuck out here. The conditions are not great, but we do see a lot of emergency crews just doing whatever they can to try to clear the roads. But yes, that's why we're not heading too far from here. We're going to be stationed here for a little bit, just keeping track on what the winter weather is looking like. But I'll send things back inside into the studio for now.
All right, Kara, we appreciate all your work out there. And hey, if the plows are even having a tough time,
cars will struggle.
Absolutely, yeah. If you don't have a big old plow in front of your car, you're probably best to just stay home.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go up to Towson now. Jeff Morgan, he's live there near the Circle. He's been there all morning, too.
Yeah, Jeff, that snow has been coming at you in all kinds of directions throughout the morning. And now Kara's kind of getting what you've been getting since you got out there around 5:30.
Yeah, that sleet, it hits you. It is not fun, Randall. You should not be envious of me today. I want to give you a look at what it kind of looks like after a plow comes through. About a couple minutes ago, they just came through and cleared off this road here, York Road, heading up towards the Circle. But here's what you're kind of left with. Just take a look at this, how much snow is along the side. I am standing on what should be an entrance to a side street, and there's well over a foot of snow and a large amount that would block you if you're trying to get onto this side street. You can't use it. So these are some of the issues that we're seeing. This is the normal amount of snow over here, but obviously then that snow plow adds some more on top. So these are the kind of conditions that you're encountering out here. You might be able to get on the arterials, and if you had to absolutely get somewhere, you might be okay. We've seen more cars slipping and sliding, though, as they're heading out here, struggling to get through the area, especially when it's been a while since the plows come through. I know Charlie was saying that they come through about every 90 minutes. When you get to that 80th minute, the roads are pretty packed with snow, so it's a tough day for you to get out there. Make sure you're staying safe, and we'll keep you updated here in Towson. Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
And Jeff, you stay safe out there as well as your photog, Mikey, too. Thank you so much for all your work this morning. And as you are waking up, seeing what it looks like outside of your window, please snap a photo. Email it to us at pix@wmar.com. We've got a photo gallery up. Lots of great photos coming in to us.
Absolutely. Now, we saw a dog with boots on.
Yes, we did. Little Milo.
I mean, that's just my pick right now at at the top of the list.
Yeah, well, as the kids go out and they start playing in the
they're going to
snow,
compete for sure.
We want the sledding videos, all of that fun stuff.
All of the above.
Yeah.
All right, guys, still ahead, a look at some other top stories not dealing with the snow on this Sunday. Plus, our Voice for Veterans reporter, Syra Williams, has a story with the vet whose journey has taken him from combat to compost. We'll show you exactly what we mean and how he's helping veterans along the way.
Yeah,
Christy
Christy,
B.
are you there? Hello,
I'm
Christy.
here.
She's
Hey,
here.
there she is.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Christy,
All right.
you are right off the top of the block, ma'am.
All right, I will be so ready. You guys are doing awesome.
You are too.
Do we,
I guess
how do,
maybe give her a 10?
who can,
Well, if Mike gives us a 10, will she hear us? I guess that.
That's okay. Chris is cueing me through, he's texting me.
Okay. Well, Mike can give us a 10, and then you'll have a rough.
yeah, at least you can hear something out loud, because if
Yeah.
Chris texts
Okay.
you, it might be a delay.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll like stick his face in the snow and just like root it up.
Oh,
Then he
epic.
goes in his trusty corner.
Christy, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Should we toss to Christy if she can only hear us?
I can
Yeah,
hear you when you toss, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I don't-
but in this
will
one,
our
it like
mics
goes
be
straight to
open?
you. Will our mics be open to toss to Christy?
Then she'll know.
Yeah, that way she can. Yeah,
Okay.
that way, yeah,
Yeah,
that way she
she'll-
can hear.
All right, Christy, Randall will toss to you, so.
Okay,
know what
sounds
to do.
good.
All right, let's go out to Christy Breslin with a check on the roads. Christy, you've been describing those roads as treacherous right now. How's it looking?
Randall, that is the exact word that I would use to describe them. And still, and of course, not only that are they snow covered, just like Abigail's been saying, we're going to be dealing with another coating of ice. Again, a shout out to Charlie Gischler and the crews out there for all their hard work. They are really getting some of these roads cleaned up, but they're going to need time. So right now, 95, the express lanes are closed in both directions between 895 and 95. So that's one of the areas that you're not going to have any access to. Now, if you are traveling along 95 at O'Donnell Street, we did have that crash. It has been pushed to the shoulder, but as you can see, roads are still very snow covered and very slick. Now, the Beltway, not much activity at all. We can maybe see 1 or 2 cars going along there, but if you can avoid travel, that's what we want you to do. We want you to stay home. We want you to stay safe, just like Kara said in her jingle. And checking on the top of the Beltway around Bel Air Road, we've already had 2 crashes here. Now you can see a little bit of the roadway, but not much. So that is a big indicator that traveling is not advised. And the biggest thing that you need to keep in mind is those bridges and overpasses, they do freeze first. Also, watch for the crash here at 50 eastbound at Crane Highway that has the right lane and shoulder blocked. So that's the latest update out there on the roads.
Coming home wasn't easy for this veteran, so he built something quite literally from the ground up. I'm Syra Williams, your Voice of Veterans reporter, and one Army veteran created a business that not only employs veterans, but also helps them find their footing. The work is loud, messy, and grounded in grit to succeed. Is it easy?
The business?
Yeah.
This is not easy. Now, if I had to do it over again, I don't know that I would.
The journey to get to where he is now started in the Army. Garrity served 10 years.
I did 5 years of active duty as a combat engineer officer and then 5 years in the National Guard.
He succeeded in service.
In December of 2008, I got a Bronze Star in Iraq.
But when his service ended, the transition home was rough.
And 6 months later, I was on unemployment back here at home.
Recognition to rejection hit hard.
It was, disappointing, obviously, to go from success in the military to not success or being kind of out of work and kind of feeling like no value.
Instead of being down in the dumps, he took a closer look at what's in it. Solid waste.
But I just always thought like waste was really a weird problem, that we have all this material and we just throw it away. And so I've always just been drawn to the idea of, repurposing and reusing materials.
That idea became veteran compost, turning food waste into soil.
2/3 of what's in every trash truck in Maryland is compostable. It's food waste, paper waste, wood waste, yard waste.
The company started in 2010 and has kept growing. Today, about half of his employees are veterans.
That's what we're always striving to do, is find more veterans and family members to hire, because the whole reason this started is, I didn't have a job.
Once again, surrounded by his comrades, the environment has changed, but the mindset has stayed the same.
I think like that never quitting thing is probably the thing that kicks in the most.
And for veterans still struggling to find work,
you got to look at the skills you have from leadership and experiences in the military and think broadly when you think about something to do, and just get out there and get into it.
And Garrity says he will continue to employ veterans, but it is hard work. If you would like to learn more, you can head to our website at WMAR2news.com. But for now, in Aberdeen, Sierra Williams, WMAR2 News.
Man, love what he's doing for the other vets out there. So meanwhile here, it is so fitting that the snow is falling like it is, because today marks the 102nd anniversary of the first Winter Olympics. The competition was first held in the French Alps on January 25th, 1924. There were 14 events involving 6 sports. Fast forward to today. The 2026 Winter Olympics kick off in Milan, Italy on February 6th. The games will last more than 2 weeks. And we're doing our own Olympics today.
Yeah.
Sledding, snowman building, snowball fights.
Yes.
My personal favorite. We want to see how you're spending this snow day.
Yes, we do. Send us your snow photos to pix@WMAR.com. Look at Milo. He's got boots on, Randall. And there's Daisy. Both of these pups, that's their first snow ever. Look, it looks like she just went boom, right in the snow there. Of course, we got to have the patio furniture, right? It wouldn't be a snow day without the patio furniture photos. So whatever you've got, send it to us. Again, pix@WMAR.com. You can also go to WMAR2news.com to see this photo gallery here, and we'd love to add your photo to the mix.
Just something covered in snow. Just think that.
And yeah, anything snow covered, we will take it.
Preferably kids or dogs.
Yes.
We'll be
right back.
And as we look outside, I believe we're at a gas station in Ellicott City. Kara, you may like the 90-degree weather, but I think the snow suits you. We will talk about totals and much more in our Super 7 Day when we come back. Okay, 3 minutes.
With you? So after your long weather here, you've got like a little bit of time, because we got traffic, we got Kara and Jeff, a package.
You want to go record that?
I mean, I'll go snag somebody real quick.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and then you don't see her to the next block after that.
All right.
Let me
I'll throw you at the desk.
Yeah.
We'll go to
Who's out there? Like, I guess it could be Ryan. Let me go call him in here real quick.
And if Ryan doesn't have time, I'm sure Kelly won't mind.
Hey, Ryan.
Okay.
Would you come in here for a sec?
I mean, I have to layer, though.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
They'll yell at me if I don't.
You're out there just bare arms.
Yeah.
Just,
It's so you guys can spot me in the snow.
All right, I'm going to bring Ryan in, and we'll let him know what he's got to go outside.
yeah.
Ryan. So Abigail would like to shoot a video of her outside measuring the snow. Would you be able to help her when she's done her full weather here?
Just phone.
Yeah, just phone.
Yeah, phone video.
And then send it to them so we can just put it in the show somewhere.
Okay.
So, probably Chris.
Yes.
And then, we shoot it
Just like upload it to like news desk.
Yeah, you want like a vertical or just horizontal?
horizontal for TV, right?
For TV, horizontal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as soon as she's done her long weather here, we got after the break, she's going to run outside. So.
You're watching Maryland's first television station, WMAR-2 News. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
Thanks for watching this special snow edition of Good Morning Maryland. I'm Megan Knight.
And I'm Randall Newsom. We have the wall-to-wall snow coverage for you all morning long. Teams out in the field tracking the conditions. Christy Breslin keeping an eye on the roads. And, of course, we got this lady right here, the leading lady.
Yes.
Meteorologist Abigail Degler. Yes, about. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You guys have been doing awesome, by the way. I mean, you guys have been tracking this storm now for, it feels like forever.
Yeah.
But it's a very tricky storm. I don't think people understand just how complicated this storm was and putting the snowfall totals out there and all that stuff. So I want to commend you guys for really staying on top of it and doing your nowcasting, because I think that's really what this storm kind of lends itself
Absolutely.
to.
I mean, I was on vacation visiting family in Phoenix, Arizona this past week. The team was holding down the fort, but I did get like 3 or 4 calls from family.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, so we heard about this storm.
Right.
What should we expect?
What's going on?
So even as like a person
Even on vacation, she's still working.
I'm still a servant to the public, mostly to my family, but I appreciate it. And the first responders and the blue collar workers out there, all the respect to you. It is a lot of work. It's early morning hours, and we are dealing with a lot. We are in the thick of it right now. For the snow portion, it's going to get worse for the wear. For the ice portion, because there's 2 rounds to this storm for the second half of the morning into the afternoon and evening hours. Thankfully, I'm getting the delicate snowfall that's just coating the roadways. Dylan will get the ice later on, but I may help him out a little bit and tag team just in case those roadways get slick. We'll make sure you get all the information that you need, and if you have to go out, you'll have up-to-the-minute updates if anything deteriorates roadway condition-wise, or if we have some power outages, which is a possibility today. A winter storm warning until 4 a.m. on Monday. Now, this is looking to subside, most of this ice and snow mixture, by late tonight, but it's going to linger and refreeze going into early Monday morning, and the overnight hours are going to be dicey. Now, this looks different than what we saw just an hour ago. We have a lot of moving parts with this system. That's why I got the 3 phone calls while on vacation. We have this warm front here that's going to impact the eastern shore. It's going to try to lift through and give us some mix. Now, the eastern shoreline is going to get the brunt of the ice. The northern tier of the state will get a lot more snow, especially off towards the mountains. But if you look over here, I've been calling it a notch of warm air. That is trying to make its way in, and it's already pushing through West Virginia. This will contain some ice, and that is the concerning word there. We can deal with snow. Snow in itself can be hazardous, yes, but this doesn't look compacting just yet. We are dealing with light, fluffy snow that's just pretty to look at, and it's nice and fluffy. The weight comes later as far as like pounds, and this is a good indication of how much snow we've been getting, up to roughly 8 inches for our western communities, and it's starting to spread. Some heavy bands are going to move in. We're already seeing some heavy bands over the eastern shore. The weight comes with the changeover. When we start to see that mixing, which is signified by the salmon or pink color down to the south, that's heavy, and it's going to freeze on impact, especially if it's hitting snow. That's going to create an ice barrier, help it to stick around and create slick spots on the roadways. It's also subject to weigh down power lines, and that's where the primary concern comes from today. So as we look at current radar, we have a thick band here. We have an even thicker band here over towards the mountains, where we're expecting up to 14 inches and moderate to heavy snowfall throughout the state. And this is expected to be persistent for the next hour or so. Most models are suggesting this warm notch of air will lift through around 10 a.m. and that's when things start to get a little dicey. As we talk about the next several hours, we are dealing with that changeover, and we'll walk you through it here as we go throughout the broadcast. But for now, I'm going to turn it towards Christy Breslin so she can give you the official update on the roadways.
Well, Abigail, the updates aren't good. Conditions continue to deteriorate, and we know that's what to expect. Now, we're currently looking at 97 at New Cut Road. If you look in the southbound direction, you can see a couple of cars going by, but we've already had 2 accidents, both in the northbound direction, one at New Cut Road and one at Benfield Boulevard. Moving over to the Beltway. Now, you can see there's a look at Bel Air Road. Hardly any cars out there. That is a good thing. We want you to stay home. We want you to stay safe. Big shout out to the State Highway Administration. Those snowplows are out there working hard. We appreciate it so much, and they're doing a great job getting what they can of the roads cleared out. But just keep in mind, they do need time to get this done. So if you can stay home, that will be very helpful and safer for you. Traveling on the west side outer loop of the Beltway, another crash. This is the 3rd one already this morning at Liberty Road, so it is blocking the right-hand lane. And then at 95 in both directions, those express toll lanes are closed between 895 and 95 due to these weather conditions. So, of course, we're here for you. We're going to keep you updated all morning long. Megan and Randall?
All right, Christy, thank you so much for those updates. And we are already getting school cancellations for tomorrow. No surprise here. Baltimore City Public Schools will be closed tomorrow, and I imagine we're going to get many, many more of those as the day progresses.
Yeah, and speaking of that, let's take a look at Baltimore County. Our team's in the field, including Jeff Morgan, who is live in Towson now. You've been getting that not so nice snow, Jeff, coming at you. I can hear those pellets bouncing off you as we speak.
Ouch.
Yeah, you can hear that, right? Mm-hmm. You can hear that, Randall. It's loud. It's kind of annoying, and we described it all morning as annoying, and now it's painful. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with this snow. It's now I don't know what the correct technical term is. All I know is that it's annoying. It's sleet, ice, whatever it is. You can kind of hear it on our jackets here, and you can kind of see it if you hold your hand out. I don't think we're getting any more snow right now. It seems to me it's all ice right here. You can see just how the roadways are just struggling here. We have seen plenty of plows come through, but they are struggling to keep up with the rate of how much snow is coming down. You can also see some of these side roads here. Let me step out, and you can see the difference here, just how much snow is on the side roads that haven't been treated. If you're going to drive on an untreated roadway, you're struggling. Mikey and I, our photographer, were actually talking. We might be stuck here. So, Randall, I'm hoping you could just come grab us when you're done or something, because we might be stuck on the side road here in Towson because of how much snow has fallen since we got here around 4:30, 5:30 in the morning to start doing some live hits. We'll keep you updated on the conditions here as this ice continues to fall here in Towson. Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
Jeff, I will never leave you hanging, my boy. I'll come get you around, let's say, 1 o'clock.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man, we'll talk soon. And our team coverage continues in Howard County. Kara Burnett, she had the nice snow in the beginning. Now, not so much.
Yeah, she's been actually very busy over there in Ellicott City, Kara, because it looks like all the plow trucks have picked your gas station to come fill up. So, you know, got to get back out on those roads, I guess.
Yeah, this gas station is pretty popular for the plows, which is really important because I have a story to share with you guys. So my photographer and I were just resting in our car for a bit, and we saw someone, it looked like they were stuck. They were trying to move. So this is Route 40. The car was trying to turn, make that right on St. John's Lane. They were stuck. They had to get their shovel out from the back seat of their car, try to move out some of that snow because they couldn't move. They were stuck. He had his mother in the back seat of the car, so we walked over to see if they were okay. They were able to back up and then go all the way around, but that's just one example. I mean, it's really tough out here. The conditions are not great. As you recall from earlier, Kevin, he said that horrible. The roads are horrible. You know, it's even the big plows are taking their time. One of them struggled to get out of this parking lot. It's a lot of snow. It's heavy snow at this point. It's a little icy. It's like icy pellets, snowflake mixture. So it's not too fun out here. I was having fun a couple hours ago, but it is coming down. I'm gonna go get warm. Megan and Randall, back to you guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that icy mix is starting to hit. So,
Yeah.
Carol, we appreciate you being out there. And a reminder, guys, you can check the latest conditions where you live through our WMAR-2 News app. To get it, open up your phone, scan the QR code right there on your screen. You can also see a list of those delays and cancellations we were talking about earlier. I'm sure the schools will start to pile up.
Yeah, Baltimore City already canceled for tomorrow.
Yep.
So there we go. And you can send us your snow pictures to pix@wmar.com. Here's a look at what we have so far. A lot of patio furniture. We love to see that. Some dogs enjoying their first day of snow. So thank you so much to everyone who sent them in. You can go to our website to see the full photo gallery and pix@wmar.com to send us your photos so we can add it. Oh, look at all the puppies. Yeah. That guy doesn't look too happy, though. He's like, get me back inside.
Yeah, I think he took a dive and he was like, wait, I'm having second thoughts.
No, let me back in. Yeah. All right, well, this storm system has impacted millions of people, not just us. We're talking about from the Midwest down to the southern states. My friend's in Atlanta. He's working today. He's got a lot of ice they're dealing with.
Yeah, and I got
there.
family in Texas going through the same exact thing, and that means travel disruptions, widespread power outages, and millions bracing for what happens next. Here's ABC's Olivia Rubin.
A sweeping winter storm is moving across more than half the country. This nearly 2,000-mile wide system bringing a dangerous mix. Heavy snow, crippling ice, and bitter cold from New Mexico to Maine. 20 states now under emergency declarations and more than 200 million people under weather alerts. In Texas, rain is turning to ice as temperatures drop below 25 degrees, flash freezing roads, and making commutes treacherous.
I spent the day preparing for this snow ice storm situation.
Across the South, people are rushing to stock up. Grocery stores are packed, shelves emptying, families grabbing food, water, and essentials. Many saying they plan to stay put.
Beer, wine, tea, coffee, milk, cereal. I'm not planning on going anywhere.
In Oklahoma City, where up to 14 inches of snow are expected, plow crews working 12-hour shifts. In Dallas, crews pre-positioned brine trucks, sand, and spreaders, focusing on overpasses and known trouble spots. Governors across the country warning the risks are real.
This winter storm has the potential to be remarkably dangerous.
Millions also bracing for possible power outages. Just a quarter-inch of ice on a power line, almost like 500 pounds, could instantly snap lines like twigs. And as the storm pushes east, the Northeast from New York to Boston could see up to a foot of snow, the heaviest in 5 years. Travel already feeling the impact. Thousands of flights canceled with ice, not snow, the biggest concern in Atlanta. Tonight, this powerful storm continues to move across the country. Millions watching, waiting, and bracing for what's next. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
As we're taking a look at some snow falling in other parts of the country, we got this scene from Oklahoma, a pickup truck that needed a little bit of a push to get out of that snow. Kind of probably very similar to what Kara was talking about that she saw there on Route 40 at St. John's Lane in Ellicott City. So just a word for you, if you don't have to go out today, please don't do so, or this could end up being you. Just should be the plow truck drivers at this point, really.
Yeah, and even they are having some trouble out there. So
yeah, Kara said she saw one struggling at the gas station there. So yeah, if they're struggling, there's no chance for us.
Yeah, you're gonna struggle big time. So stay inside.
Yeah.
There's another visual right there.
Get another cup of coffee.
Yeah,
send us some coffee if you want.
Yeah, don't follow that example.
Yeah, we'll be right back. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Abigail went to go shoot a video, so if you want to get her ear with time cues so she knows when to get back in here.
Please.
That would be great. Or if you want to start with Christy. Or no, Christy's not in this block. Yeah, I told her 3 minutes, like a minute and a half ago, so.
Yep.
I told her to be quick. I know. She said she'd be quick.
Just upload it.
I mean, we can show snow photos.
He should be able to cut.
We can kill time.
I don't even know what time it is. Is it like 10?
Nice. She needs to be here.
9:46, so I'm right. Both 9 and 10.
Have you coming in?
Okay, I'm coming back. Oh, wait.
All right. So bets, do we think Hartford?
One more. No, you're fine. I'm just spoiled. Thank you. Okay.
You said it was hot.
About 5 inches. We saw one where it was closer to 6 inches, but we had another that was 4, so you average about 3 spots. Coming.
stand by.
Okay. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm a little out of breath. I just ran outside. I did put on layers, gloves, the whole ordeal to go measure a few spots. We'll see that video hopefully here in a little bit. We averaged about 5 inches, a little bit more in a few areas. That wind probably drifted some of that snow, but one area was closer to 5.5 or 6 inches. So I would say the Towson area, close to 5, a few locations, maybe closer to 6. It just depends on where you live. As we look off towards our west, Thurmont, Frederick County, dealing with a moderate to heavy band of snow, highlighted by this darker color here. We're going to see it off towards the west and off towards the east right now. This is the area of concern off towards our south, and it's starting to creep up. We do expect this to lift into our region later on this morning. This does consist of ice. We saw our reporters in the last 15 minutes or so. They're talking about the changeover from snow into ice pellets. We may be seeing sleet, grapple. It depends on the temperatures of the air aloft, what form that precipitation is going to come down in. Since it's starting to change over from that fluffy, nice snow that we saw early this morning to more of an ice, that means we have that warm notch of air trying to make its way in, and that's going to change things over and cut down on our overall accumulations. That's going to take the moisture away from snow. And so with that, I will say the roadways are going to quickly deteriorate. The 4 Ps will be a good idea. Check on people, pets, pipes, and if you have outdoor plants, all those things need to be brought in. Maybe open up those cabinet doors and have a little bit of a drip. You don't want anything to freeze, as Kevin was talking about earlier. It's 17, it feels like the single digits, and we still have active snow. That will change over into freezing rain, sleet, and a snow mix. And this is going to be throughout the morning and into the afternoon hours. We're going to consistently be cold enough to see this accumulate. Now, the slick spots will happen as we head into the afternoon and evening hours of tonight. We will see a possible refreeze as we go into Monday. That's why we're seeing this winter storm warning active until early Monday morning, I believe 4 a.m. So as we look throughout the rest of your Sunday, we're going to see that mix. We really don't get any relief until we head into early Monday morning. Back to you both.
All right, thank you, Abigail. Well, here's a look at the conditions outside from earlier this morning from the eyes of our photographer, Bill Fink. Things have definitely escalated since then, and we got you covered all morning long on the first major snow event of the year. Stay with us.
we look outside, we're still dealing with some active snow showers. We will be dealing with a winter storm warning throughout the rest of the afternoon and into early Monday morning. That is going to help us to know where that ice is going to start and that wintry mix. And if you're guessing, it's the whole state. So we're going to see a wet mess out there, anywhere from high accumulating snow, which causes problem off towards the mountains, to an icy mixture as we look towards the I-95 corridor, and especially to the south, where glazing and accumulation is looking more likely than anywhere else, since we'll have a warmer batch of air off towards the south and east. This is one of the reasons we have this huge system across the U.S., and this is trying to influence our air. So snow formation, we need cool air all the way down to the ground. That helps the formation of snow. We also need a lot of moisture to create snow. When it changes over to sleet or ice pellets, that means we have a warm notch of air somewhere, and that is what's trying to happen here on the eastern shoreline and eventually off towards our west. This will create slick spots, this will create hazardous roadways, and this will create possibly some power outages, which we'll look at some power maps as we go later into tonight, which is something we really need to keep an eye on as we turn towards the evening hours, and we expect a lot of this changeover to happen. I want to put into perspective this graphic here. There's a lot going on. We see this 6-hour snowfall, and this is from 6 hours ago until the 9 o'clock hour. So now we've seen this snow build up, become very heavy, and spread to the east. It will continue to do that, but it is battling it out. It is a conflict of time. We're seeing the cold air off towards our west and the warm air from our south. They're going to try to meet at some point, and the warm air is going to win. That's what's going to create that ice and that sleet mix and really hazardous roadways. So that's why we're already seeing some road closures for tomorrow. In addition to that, I will say anything that is stuck on the ground in the form of snow will have an icy layer on top of it. So shoveling is going to be even harder as we roll towards the evening hours of tonight and into tomorrow. Here's an example of that warm notch, some mixed precipitation off to the very southern tier of the state, off towards our very south and western tier of the state as well. It's trying to make its way in, though it's not here just yet. We still don't recommend being on the roadways. It's still frigid out there. Most of the region is in the teens and feeling like the single digits. We'll have periodic bursts of warm air linger throughout the region, but that's really not enough to warm us up. It's going to be pretty brutal over the next several hours, even though the thermometer and the mercury in it is on the rise. Temperatures are going to stay pretty stagnant for feels like and how your body interprets it. We're keeping a close eye on this changeover. Most models expect it around 10 a.m. Right now, we're still seeing snow, and it's 9:55, so we may have to adjust our timeline just a bit. But we will be talking about ice as we go into tonight. Dylan and I will try to help you through it and give you the latest updates. But for now, let's turn to Christy, who's going to give you the latest updates on the roadways.
Well, Abigail, the roads are not good right now. But again, I know I've said this all morning, shout out to those hard-working crews. We have all the plows out there. They're working really hard to get these snowy covered roads uncovered. 95 is closed, the express toll lanes in both directions between 895 and 95. No surprise there. We also have a new crash coming in 95 southbound at Keith Avenue, blocking the right lane and the right shoulder. Now, that is what the Beltway currently looks like at Delaney Valley Road. You can see it looks like it is passable, but it isn't something that you're going to want to attempt. So again, if you can stay home, if you can work from home today, that is going to be the best case scenario. And just keep in mind those bridges, those ramps, those overpasses, they all freeze first. The west side of the Beltway, we've had several problems here already. We're currently looking at 70. It's not bad now, but we've had disabled vehicles at Park Heights Avenue, Liberty Road, and also at Southwestern Boulevard. So that gives you an idea about what you're up against. And there's a look at your drive time southbound on the Jones Falls Expressway from Northern Parkway to Fayette Street, 14 minutes to get through. And you can see it's not easy to get through there. That's the latest. Megan and Randall.
Christy, thank you so much. All right, let's check in with our crews out in the field, see what it's looking like outside for them.
Yeah, in Howard County, we've got Kara Burnett. She's live in Ellicott City. Kara, though your live shots were fun in the beginning, we're getting a feel for how the storm is changing now, because you were having a lot of fun at first. Those flakes, though, turning into pellets, and those don't feel so good bouncing off your face.
No, not at all. Okay, this winter storm has some personality, I will say that. But we're just trying to stay warm and bundled this morning, just trying our best. But it's okay, I'm doing my job and I'm happy to do it and just really let everybody know if it's warm inside your house, stay there, okay? Now we're gonna take another measurement. Stevie's not here this morning, but I did steal her ruler from the weather office, so thank you, Stevie. All right. I think we have here, let's just get a check. Yep, just about 5 inches over here in Ellicott City. Now the wind, there's a lot of wind, so it's pushing the snow in different parts of the area. Oh, this person's going too fast. This person's going too fast, and so I think it's time for another quick jingle, all right? I got some requests to do another one, so sing it with me, everybody at home. Grab a sled from the shed, leave your car keys, pretty please. You're watching Channel 2. We care about you, okay? Stay warm, stay safe. Megan and Randall, back to you guys.
The encore, almost as good as the original.
Yeah, I'm about to start charging you guys.
Oh, charging?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I thought this was free service.
Absolutely. No, this was the last free version.
Yeah, we'll pay you, Kara.
Yeah, we'll pay
checks
you.
on your way.
Coming up. Just you just wait on it. You just wait on it.
Yeah, just keep on
Meanwhile,
waiting.
let's switch topics very fast. Let's go out to Baltimore County with our Jeff Morgan.
Yeah, Jeff was kind of talking about what Kara was, how it's not so much the white fluffy stuff that's falling from the sky now. It's feeling a lot icier and it's hurting their faces, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, when that wind comes, it just is sending ice pellets right into your face and eyes. It's great. I'm so happy I picked this career choice, rethinking that right now. All right, let's look at the roads here. You can take a look and see just how much snow is left over after those plows are plowing the side of York Road here. It's probably 2 feet in some areas. You're not going to be able to get your Honda Accord over this bank if you want to try and get to the side streets. If you're really, looking for some sweet green today, you're not going to be able to do that. So you're going to have to be mindful if you're heading out. If you absolutely must, the main roads are being treated, but even them right now with this ice coming down, there's a thin layer of ice over pretty much everything. With these little ice pellets are just sitting there and sticking. So it's really tough conditions. You see some of the buses are still running here today, but if you don't have to be out, just don't go out. It's kind of miserable right now. I would even hold off if you're thinking, oh, I got to go out there and shovel a little bit, clear some of this out. I would hold off. It is painful to be out here right now. You almost need snow goggles and full face covering to make sure that these ice pellets aren't hitting your face. Wait a couple more hours until this stuff stops and then get out there and tackle the shoveling if you have to. If the kids really want to go outside, I love sledding. I love snowball fights. It's not really fun to be out here right now. So just be mindful if you are planning to leave the house, leave the comfort of your warm home. It is not fun right now because it's not snow, it is ice pellets. Live in Towson, Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Yeah, and I imagine even if you were trying to shovel, just with that icy layer, that's going to make it a lot heavier.
It's going to make your job a lot longer.
To do. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jeff, thank you. And hey, stay up to date on weather wherever you are just by downloading our app. Scan the QR code to get it. We've got live radar, hour-by-hour conditions, a very long list of delays and cancellations just for today. And we're going to start adding for tomorrow because Baltimore City Public Schools, they've already announced they're canceling classes tomorrow. I'm sure other school districts will be following suit very, very quickly.
Absolutely. And send us your snow pictures to pix@WMAR.com. Oh, now we're talking. You see the sweater game?
You put the call out. You said.
I did. Dogs and kids.
Dogs and kids. And we got a lot of dogs. So we got to get the kids now. Where are the kiddos at? I guess, well, you know what Jeff said, it's that icy pellets. Might not be fun to go.
Because if they're in the county or even in Howard County, they're probably like, ooh, that don't feel good outside.
But the dogs, they're loving it.
The dogs are loving it. Got the nose deep in it?
Yeah. I love to see that. What's this stuff? Boink. Love it.
Well, guys, keep them rolling in. We're loving it, loving it, loving it. And then we'll have more Good Morning Maryland in just a little bit.
Welcome back. Another look at radar. Lots to talk about still. We're getting those warm notches of air pushing through, and that's turning some of our snow, our light fluffy snow, into more sleet and ice. We expected this changeover around 10 a.m. It looks pretty accurate, but we're still getting some heavy bands of snow as well mixing in with this. More of the ice situation is off towards Salisbury and the eastern shore. This will continue on the southeastern portion of the state until late this morning.
All right, that icy mix is now in effect. Our snow coverage will continue. We got live reports from the field, traffic reports with Christy Breslin, and minute-by-minute updates from Abigail and our team of meteorologists.
You're watching Maryland's first television station, WMAR-2 News. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
As the snow sticks to the ground. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Randall Newsom.
And I'm Megan Knight. Yeah, thank you so much for watching us and streaming us on our extended coverage morning. We've been talking about it for days. The snowstorm is finally here, coming in overnight while you were probably sleeping, and already dumping several inches of snow. I believe Kara said she had 5 out in Ellicott City this morning.
Yeah, she had 5 in Ellicott City, and then Jeff has been talking about those snow pellets. That icy mix is kind of coming at you right now. Not too comfortable.
No.
We do have the team of coverage with our winter weather, and we're starting with meteorologist Abigail Degler. Abigail, how you feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The words will come to me eventually. I just don't have them right now. All that's going through my brain is snow, ice, and what to talk about next with this forecast. It is tricky. It is a ever-changing forecast. And even when we're technically off the clock, Stevie, our morning meteorologist turned to evening last night, is still texting me about radar and ice pellets. And Dylan has been checking about every 15 minutes between his naps before coming in tonight. So this is a team effort, and this is an all-day marathon. We will be talking about this winter storm warning. This is through early Monday morning. Schools are already closing for tomorrow, which is very warranted. Roads will be slick tonight. Anything that is left over tonight will refreeze as we go into tomorrow. We are expecting close to, if not in the single digits for startups going into your Monday. It's going to be brutally cold and refreeze anything that is left over. And I want to reiterate that throughout this forecast, because it is going to be, 1, hard to navigate, and 2, hard to shovel, and 3, hard to get off your car. If you are planning to hit the roadways, remember, you have to clear up all of your car. You can't leave ice or snow on top of it because it could create a hazard on the roadway for drivers behind you. Now, bringing it back to weather here, and my specialty, we'll talk to Christy here in a little bit. This low pressure system, this warm front trying to lift through, this is bringing ice to close to Salisbury. It'll bring some ice and rain to Ocean City. It's not all the way up just yet. It'll try to lift through a little bit more, but it feels more like Delaware's problem. We'll see our warm notch of air off towards our west, and this is going to help change things over really to ice as we head into the afternoon and early evening. But we're already starting to see some of that changeover in the form of some pellets mixed in with some heavy bands of snow. It's a mess out there. Please be careful on the roadways. Make sure you are taking extra precautions as you head out today if you have to. But here to give you the official report, Christy Breslin, give us an update, would you?
Absolutely, Abigail. And just like you said, if you don't have to travel, really, you shouldn't. Because look at this. Look at 97 right now at New Cut Road. You can see the roads are completely covered. So again, we are very happy with the wonderful job that the crews are doing out there to get those roads cleared. But we need to give them time to do their jobs. And of course, you don't want to get stuck in that. We've had several cars that have gotten stuck not only in the center lanes, but on the side lanes as well. There's a look at the Beltway right now, Delaney Valley Road. You can see just one little car kind of creeping along there. You're going to need to take it extra slow. And just like Abigail said, you have to make sure that your car is completely cleared off because it would be a hazard for somebody behind you if you have snow blowing off and obstructing their view. If you're traveling on the west side of the Beltway, we've had so many disabled vehicles there this morning already. We had Liberty Road, Southwestern Boulevard, Wilkins Avenue, and now we're looking at 70. Although you can't see it in this shot, there is a disabled vehicle on the corner. But again, the big issue is getting where you need to go safely, and hopefully you don't have to go anywhere. As far as 95 goes, those express toll lanes still closed in both directions between 895 and 95 as well. So we're watching the roads very, very closely. And of course, our team is here to get you through this snowstorm. We're all in this together. Megan and Randall.
All right, Christy, thank you. Yes, we are. And we've got a dedicated team of reporters out in the condition to give you at home an idea of what it's like outside without having to leave the comfort of your home.
And they stress, do not leave. We have Jeff Morgan live in Towson, but first, we're going to Kara Burnett in Ellicott City. Kara, how's the traffic at the gas station on Route 40 right now? How are people hanging in over there?
All right, let's see. Let me scout the scene. Not too bad. I think people listened to my jingle. They were able to adhere my warning, so I appreciate you all. Stay home. But yes, it's definitely a mixture of those snowflakes that we were seeing earlier, those pellets that started coming our way. And just check out our news car. You can see all of these icicles. That's kind of what we're seeing here. It's cold. Ooh, look at that. It's cold, it's starting to freeze a little bit, and that's really what is a major concern with this winter storm. And it's just passing through here. The snow is accumulating, and it really is a concern for a lot of those drivers. Earlier, I talked about that driver who was trying to make a right over here, up here, and was really having some struggle. And I saw a couple of other cars trying to make that same turn and almost got stuck. So stay home. I can't say it enough, but Megan and Randall, I'll send things back to you guys.
Yeah, as Kara said earlier, the white fluffy stuff has left the building, and now let's see what it's looking like in Baltimore County, where we first started talking about that icy mix, those snowflakes turning into pellets pretty early on.
Yeah, and WMAR-TV News' Jeff Morgan live out in Towson right now. And Jeff, you've been describing for, I feel like, a couple of hours now that the conditions have just gotten from, like, again, the white fluffy stuff to now the icy pellets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not snow anymore. This is some type of ice, sleet, freezing rain, whatever it is. I think it's sleet because it's not really, it doesn't come down as water. It's coming down full as ice. I don't really know if you can see it kind of picking up in my hand there, but they're like little circular balls that continue to just pelt you in the face, and it feels like they're getting worse, like they're hearing me talk about them. They're coming out here more and more, and it is kind of creating a thin layer over top of the ground here. We can take a look. We've been talking about these tables all day. It's kind of a good prop for us, part of the reason why we picked this area. You can see that back table there. They didn't clear that one off. left it for us, and it's about, I would say, about 6 inches of snow out here, maybe 7 inches of snow out here that people in the Towson area are going to have to be dealing with as they're coming out to clean up today. Again, I wouldn't recommend coming out right now. Let this annoying pellets pass, so that way you're not getting pelted in the face. You can kind of get a look at what the roads are like here. There are some crews walking around. They've been clearing off the sidewalks. There's a snow blower down there going, which is exactly what you probably need right now to make this go any quicker. For the most part, the crews are struggling to keep up with the road. They're working really hard to try and get the roads cleared, but they're struggling to keep up with the amount of snow and now ice falling. So really, roads are just not a great recommendation to be out there right now. People are taking it slow. We haven't seen too many fishtails, but we have seen a few people get stuck spinning their tires as they're heading up the hill here on York Road in Towson. And we'll keep you up to date with the latest conditions out here in Towson throughout the morning. Thanks for joining us, Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Yeah, driving in snow is one thing. Driving in icy snow is a completely different ball game there. But hey, just a reminder, Baltimore City is under a state of emergency right now, so that means no parking is allowed on designated snow or emergency routes. Your car will be towed and ticketed if it is found on one of those routes. Free parking available at 8 city garages until tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Also at 12 schools. That includes Mervo, Western, and Patterson High School. The city also has 2 warming centers that are open for anyone who needs a warm place to go. You'll find those at My Sister's Place Women's Center on West Franklin and the Weinberg Housing and Resource Center on Fallsway.
Meanwhile, the National Guard is ready to be deployed in Harford County if needed. 5 Humvees, 2 tactical vehicles, and 16 Guard members are there to help with the storm response. The county also has snowplows filled with salt ready to clear more than 1,000 miles of road. And we've been taking a look at the snowfall happening across the country. About 16 hours away from us in Arkansas, some folks are enjoying or seem to be enjoying a good old-fashioned snow day. This video showing them on the four-wheeler just, whipping it around and having some good time.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll stay up to date on the weather wherever you are with our WMAR-2 News app. You can scan the QR code on your screen to download it. Live radar, hour-by-hour conditions, and also a very long list of delays and cancellations. By the way, Baltimore City Schools is already closed for tomorrow, kids. So if you're in city schools, you're not going to school.
You got kids in the county like, okay, us next, right?
Us next. We're keeping an eye. We'll let you know.
Yep. So in the meantime, send us your snow pictures to pix@WMAR.com. Here's what we have so far. The dogs and the sweaters, people. Oh,
the
y'all
dogs
are
killing dominating the photo gallery, and I'm here for it.
Look at that.
Look,
the turquoise
in a coat.
The coordination. It's going to be a doggy fashion show after a while.
I am here for this. Look at the pups. Some of them are like, this is awesome. Some of them are like, ooh, I don't know about this.
Some of them are like, they're getting their first, and they're like, what is this?
Yeah, so we got the standard patio furniture.
Look at that, he's chilling.
Oh, he is.
Chilling.
He looks like he's loving it.
Look at that, a veteran.
Yeah, pix@WMAR.com. Send us your photos. We're loving them.
Yep.
Too, man. They'll just like.
All he was missing was the little barrel.
Brandy, rum.
The one in the turquoise sweater was strutting the stuff. Like, hey, you want a side profile? What you want? What you need? You need snouts? What you need? Got you covered. Bring back Charlie Gisler.
Something. Anything.
I'm gonna get dizzy with that. When you see the same script, you're like, okay.
I know.
Can I say this different? The Arkansas thing, I was like, okay.
I know.
Nobody else is doing tricks in the snow? Someone?
I know. Get new stuff.
Be on the four-wheeler. Let's go motorcycle. Let's go.
Right. We're going to have Abigail and Christy. Abigail, you can't talk to Christy.
You may.
Okay.
So this is the fun part where I need the water to keep the moisture on my lips, but I don't need to guzzle it because I'm going to have to pee. You're welcome.
Chris, question. So it looks like they floated Sierra's story, but the bump 4, I guess, would need to get floated too? Oh, thanks, Bryn. I never know when you guys can hear us or not.
Did you update it? Did they update it?
She said she's on it.
Okay.
She heard me. Thanks.
So we do have the live pic. Yes.
I got 20 seconds.
Live pic, yes.
Do we have a live picture at the top here?
There is.
Of
Bay Bridge.
Bay Bridge.
Bay Bridge. Bay Bridge.
You're watching WMAR-2 News, part of the Scripps News Group.
All right, welcome back to a special edition of Good Morning Maryland. We're taking a live look at the Bay Bridge now, and as you can see, not a soul in sight, and that's the way we like it in these conditions,
Yes.
all right? Let's go over to meteorologist Abigail Degler. Abigail, that's what we like to see right there, is it not?
Yeah, we want a ghost town out there. And so far, the public is complying. We are happy with that. We don't want you getting stuck out in the snow. We don't want tow trucks to have to be called out. It is just easiest to stay home. I say that from my work establishment, but I had a little future knowledge. I came in at midnight ahead of all of this. The problem will be getting home for me. And as we talk about the next several hours, it becomes a little dicey for travel. It's already dicey out there, but we are going to see some warm air try to make its way in. We have some mixing really starting to lift from the south, and we're seeing some moderate bands of snowfall and sleet push through for your 10 o'clock hour. This will be persistent over the next several hours. And one way to look at this, and I was talking to meteorologist Stevie Daniels about it, one way to show it, it's a little hard to interpret on your own here, but we're seeing this light orange color here, and then we see the pink colors and the fuchsia. The best way to break it down for you here is we're looking at correlation coefficient. This is typically what we look at for debris ball up aloft, but it has dual purpose. We can also look at it to see what is in the air and what form it is as far as moisture goes. So the highlighted color here, this orange, this is some of that ice trying to make its way in, some sleet, some grapple, some just rain refreezing as we look towards the warmer air aloft, and then as it falls towards the ground, it's getting another cooler batch of air, and so that is refreezing it, essentially. That's why we're seeing those little pellets, as Jeff and both Kara described out there. This pink color here, this is where we're still dealing with some snow and seeing some moderate bands on the western tier of the state. So it's messy out there. The models have been pretty persistent with showing the lift of this warm air and that mixing throughout the morning hours and into the afternoon. And that's going to create that mixture, that sleet, that snow, but less snow, more so the sleet into pellets and ice. Anything that tries to melt as it heads towards the surface is subject to freeze. With temperatures well below that freezing mark at 32, we're going to see the 20s and teens over the next several hours. So anything that falls will accumulate, either in the form of snow or ice. The real problem with this is when we get ice, especially as it falls and instantly freezes, that can weigh down some power lines. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on things as we head into the overnight hours and see a little bit more of this mixing here. Now, the eastern shoreline is going to get a little reprieve with a warm-up and rain. This helps in the short term. It will help to melt anything left on the ground, with temperatures at around 34 for Stevensville, Centerville at 33, as well as Easton and Denton at 34. Problem, though, as we head into the evening and overnight hours, we're going to see temperatures struggle and drop back down into the 20s and the teens. So that melting that we had on the eastern shoreline, which was nice for the first half of the day, is likely to freeze as we head into early Monday morning because of these temperatures and the ground temperature being cold enough. We didn't have enough sunlight or enough warmth today to get those road and ground temperatures above freezing. So this will be a slick mess as we go into Monday. We really still don't recommend travel as we go throughout the early morning hours of your Monday. We'll get a little sunshine. That will help, but it's not going to be enough to melt anything that's left over. And as we roll into Monday night, anything that does melt will refreeze, and we're going to see this pattern over the next several days. And so with that, just be mindful. If you travel Monday through Wednesday, we're not seeing much as far as snow as a threat, but we are seeing refreeze capabilities each and every day and night. So bridges and overpasses, even though they may look dry, black ice is certainly a possibility. And as we look at your next 7 days, we are stuck in this cold, drier batch of air as we linger throughout next week and the following. Let's turn now to Christy Breslin to get an updated look at the roadways.
Well, Abigail, just like you said, everyone seems to be complying with our warnings out there because the roads, they're just not safe right now. We're currently looking at the Beltway at Delaney Valley Road. You can see those snow plows going, and it looks like just one lane that is plowed has a few cars going by, but slipping and sliding, that is definitely going to be our biggest concern. So again, if you don't have to travel this morning, we highly advise if you can work from home or just hang out with some loved ones or just stay complacent. That's what we need you to do. If you're traveling on the inner loop of the Beltway at Reisterstown Road, we do have a crash there. It looks like a couple of cars are getting by, so it shouldn't be too hectic there. But 70, look at this. Major problems there. You can see snow has completely covered those roads. So if you do encounter a snowplow out there, just make sure you give you and that snowplow at least 4 car lengths in front of you, and make sure before you head out, you completely clear off all the snow on your car, because that could be very dangerous for anybody traveling behind you. But of course, we're here. We're going to be watching the roads, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Megan and Randall.
All right, thank you, Christy. Not a car in sight. That's what we like to see.
I was going to say, that is great that we are not. You rarely see the traffic cameras looking like that, but on a day like today, we want to see no cars.
Yeah,
so that's great.
That means they're taking advice from our team of reporters. They're outside, braving the elements to tell you to do just that. Do not go outside.
And one person who has been sounding the horn loudly on this is WMAR-TV News' Kara Burnett, who is live in Ellicott City. I feel like, Kara, the last hour or so, every time we've come to you, you've talked about cars that you're seeing getting stuck there at 40 and St. John's Lane. It's treacherous out there.
Yes, and it's windy, the pellets are coming down, and people are getting stuck. Thankfully, I think people, especially on this stretch of road on Route 40, they've just been going straight. It's that right turn that if you make there, right in front of the closed Chipotle, unfortunately it's closed, that's where some people were getting a little stuck. But definitely want to make sure that you are off the roads, and you could just see the snow, it's sticking, it's compact. Let's pick up a nice scoop here. And this is what we're seeing. Get a nice shot of that. All right, it's coming down. We're gonna keep a close eye. I'm gonna try to see if I can find more friends. I was talking to Kevin earlier. Let me see who else is at this gas station. Megan and Randall, I'll send things back over to you.
All right, Kara, thank you very much. And we want to go out to Towson now. We've got Jeff Morgan, who's live. He's been up near the circle there for the last, 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, and then the snow started off coming at him in just all types of directions. And he was the first one to tell us about those snow pellets. And, man, you can hear those things sound off.
I feel like they're getting louder and louder as we keep
every
coming
time
to
we
them,
come back.
which is not good news for Jeff Morgan.
Right. Sorry, Jeff.
You guys think they're getting louder? I don't think I can hear them anymore. I think I'm just used to these snow pellets actually now. I think they're just... I'm going to hear them in my sleep later tonight. It's just the norm now. I want to give you a look, too. So snowplows just came through. You see, they can't get this completely cleared yet. I don't think the salt is fully helping to get all of that clear. I think it's so cold that it is struggling to clear these roads completely to the point where they're dry. And now you're getting this layer of just snow, ice pellets, sleets that are just hitting on top of it. And you can see, too, the mounds of snow on the sides of the roads that it creates. So, yeah, sure, if you get to York Road, you're probably okay. But you got to get to York Road, and you probably got to get off of York Road, and you're going to have to deal with this. 2 to 3 feet of just mounds and mountains of snow that you're going to have to get your car through. So no, I drive a Honda Accord. I'm not getting through these. That's not going to work for me. So there's plenty of people that are thinking, okay, you look at York Road, I can get out there and handle that. But there's more treacherous conditions than just those main arterial streets that they are continuing to plow throughout the morning. There are plenty of people that are starting to get out and try and clear these sidewalks here. There's a couple of snow blowers that are getting some of the sidewalks in front of the businesses here cleared, and there's people with shovels that have been kind of walking around, making sure that if you wanted to walk around Towson, there are at least some areas that are clear out here. And for the most part, people are being cautious as they drive through the area. They're not speeding. We came to the circle to try and see if people were struggling with the roundabout, if it was making them fishtail as they're coming through. We haven't seen too much of that. There have been some slipping of tires, but nothing too crazy so far throughout the morning. Megan, Randall.
Yeah, that could get worse as the day goes on, but glad to hear that everyone's taking it slow if they do have to go out. And of course, we would love to see what it looks like outside of your window. Please snap a photo for us. Email it to us at pix@WMAR.com. We've got our photo gallery up there. The dogs are dominating right now.
Dominating.
So if we got some kids out there, I don't know. I know the pellet situation probably doesn't make it too pleasant to go sledding or building a snowman, but
it builds character.
Put them in the snow. Just put them outside for 2 seconds. Get a photo.
Let them get hit with a little snow. So I can feel what Jeff's feeling. All right, guys, we'll be back with our snow day coverage when we come back.
Right now, thank you, Bryn.
Was it typing?
On it. On it.
Oh. No. Well, the snow couldn't be falling on a better morning because today marks the 102nd anniversary of the first Winter Olympics. The competition was first held in the French Alps on January 25th, 1924. There were 14 events involving 6 sports. Fast forward to today. The 2026 Winter Olympics kick off in Milan, Italy on February 6th. The games will last more than 2 weeks. And of course, we're doing our own Olympics today. We got the sledding, the snowman building, snowball fights,
shoveling.
my personal, the shoveling, the just like trudging through the snow like I feel like Kara was doing.
I feel like that, yeah, you're going to burn some calories
a lot of resistance.
Doing that, yes.
All right, so we want to see how you're spending your snow day.
Yeah, send us your snow photos to pix@WMAR.com. We already have quite a few posted.
Oh,
there you go. If you have a truck like this, you can be out on the roads, but if you don't have a plow attached, then you shouldn't be out.
We
but
don't
hey,
want to see you.
Shout out to all the crews that are out there. I mean, there are thousands of them across the state. This is them filling up in Ellicott City, right where Kara Burnett is. I mean, these are going to be long hours, long days for these crews as they work to not only clear what happens today, but then we've got the ice left over. They're going to have to deal with all that. So look at this photo. Look at that's Bear. Look who's watching.
Who's that on the TV?
Hey, we know those guys. Bear and his mom, they have the right idea. They are staying inside. Look at all those blankets on the bed there.
Nice and cozy.
Staying inside, cozied up, watching WMAR-2 News. Bear and your mom, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, more pics like that. That's what we want to see.
Yes.
Y'all inside, cozy, watching us, or
the dogs.
The dogs.
Yeah,
with the
I was like, oh, yeah.
That's great stuff.
Dogs and sweaters, we love it all.
Love it.
As long as you're staying safe, that's what the most important thing is.
The puppy's paws. You don't want them to get injuries on their paws. We are talking about a lot of snow, some ice, and a big changeover as we head into tonight. We'll track roadways and so much more when we come back.
You're watching Maryland's first television station, WMAR-2 News. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
All right, thanks for watching this special snow edition of Good Morning Maryland. I'm Megan Knight.
And I'm Randall Newsom. No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you right now. It is us on this Sunday morning because we got snow and a lot of it. We're wall to wall with our coverage with you. And then we have teams in the field. We got Christy Breslin keeping an eye on the roads. And then Abigail Degler just running this marathon, just smiling, nodding.
Yeah,
like that.
You've been doing a great job because I know that this
you.
thing has been changing minute by minute, hour by hour. We started off with the nice white fluffy stuff. Yep. Now it sounds like it's the pellets, the ice pellets, so that's not good.
Not so
Listen,
cute.
I have the cushy job of looking at computers and looking at a green wall while Jeff and Kara,
they're out in it.
Yeah.
Although I guess I do envy Kara just a little bit. I did have to run out and take some measurements because it looked fun, and also I wanted to verify what the radar was looking at. We're getting some snow out there.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Several inches.
Yes.
I mean, Kara, I think, said 5 the last time we talked to her.
That's pretty accurate. What I measured outside, and hopefully we'll have that video soon, I measured in 3 different spots. It ranged from 4 inches to closer to 6 inches and 5 inches. And typically you want to measure in about 3 or 4 spots, flat surfaces, and just average it out. And that's about 5 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some portions of the county could see upwards of 6 already. Some may have a little bit of less of snow. All in all, we are going to be dealing with a mess out there. That's throughout the entirety of the state. So much so that the National Weather Service has issued winter alerts, a winter storm warning, in fact, until 4 a.m. on your Monday. And it's not only us. Misery loves company. We're seeing this in Pennsylvania, Delaware, West Virginia, Virginia, across the Ohio Valley. We're even seeing alerts in the Tennessee Valley, a little more to the south. They're mostly dealing with ice. We'll get our fair share as we head into the next several hours. We have these warm notches of air trying to make their way in. It's less prominent across the state here. It's more so off towards our west and towards our south, associated with some low pressure systems and warm fronts trying to lift through. That's changing our air aloft, and that's allowing some warm air to change it from snow to water or ice and have it refreeze as it nears the surface, because there's a cooler batch of air closer to the ground. So as we look at this map here, satellite and radar, the wide view, it's showing that we are still dealing with snow. For the most part, that is accurate. We've seen quite a few bands of heavy snow push through from the west, and it's spread from West Virginia and Virginia all the way towards the city proper now and portions of Baltimore County, and hopped over the bay and on the eastern shoreline. The eastern shoreline to the northern tier, upwards of 4 inches have accumulated. Off towards our west, upwards of 8 inches have accumulated. And off towards the mountains, we could see up to 14 inches for our higher elevations. So if you like more snowy conditions, go towards the mountains. If you like less snow and want to drive through the ice, off towards Ocean City will be your better bet. Maryland has this nice dynamic of a lot of changing landscapes, and that does influence our weather overall, so it just depends on your location. We're at about 20 degrees. We'll see winds change from the west to the north to the south, and primarily to the south as we go into tonight, thanks to that warm front lifting. We're already starting to see some evidence of that warm front lifting with radar. It's showing this pink or this fuchsia color or salmon, depending on your TV. This is pretty well ice and sleet. The northern tier dealing with some mixture, some ice pellets, some sleet, and some snow all throughout the mix here. And as we look at Futurecast, it's just going to continue to swell and lift as we head over the next several hours to where ice becomes a little bit more prominent as we head into the afternoon hours. So we are still not recommending travel even as we head into the second half of your day and early Monday morning. To verify that, since I'm not the expert, let's turn now to Christy Breslin for a check of the roadways.
Yes, Abigail, we're going to say it over and over this morning. If you don't have to travel, you really shouldn't. Just make it a nice day at home. So, of course, we want to remind you those bridges, those ramps, those overpasses, they freeze first. These are the current conditions at the Bay Bridge, and it's going to be an icy mess. And right now, it's not looking so great in that eastbound direction because we're just hearing about a crash just past the bridge that's already blocking the right-hand lane. Now, the Beltway, very quiet. So, of course, it looks like people are heeding our warnings. If you do have to travel out there, you're going to need to take it extra slow. We've got a lot of snow plows out there. The crews are doing a great job to get those roads all cleared out for us. So, very thankful to them. The west side of the Beltway, we've had a lot of disabled vehicles there. We still have a crash on the inner lip of the Beltway at Reisterstown Road. It looks like we have a car stuck there in the snow. We do not want that to be you. That's why we're advising you to not travel unless absolutely necessary. As far as 70 goes, look at that. Snow covered in both directions. So traveling on those roads is going to be very tricky. So again, extra time, make sure you have that emergency kit and only if necessary. Over to you.
All right, Christy, thank you. We're getting some more school cancellations for tomorrow. Carroll County Public Schools are now closed for tomorrow, as is Baltimore City Schools. So we'll be updating our websites, but I guess that's just the start of it.
Yeah, this is the very beginning of that. So let's see how it's looking outside with our teams in the field. Of course, Baltimore County on that list of schools that probably will be calling it. Yeah, they haven't yet, but it's a good chance. Yeah, I don't want to mix it yet, but I feel like there are some rolling in. Our Jeff Morgan live in Towson now. Jeff, you've been getting that not so nice. Oh, man, it is getting louder and louder as we go on.
You're going to have to yell, Jeff.
Yeah, yell over the pellets.
Yeah, right? You got to talk over the pellets. They're so loud now. It's crazy the turn that from that powdery snow that was kind of just flurrying all around the place, and now you get these pellets that have come down, and you can look at the road. That's pretty much pellets. That's not snow when you look at that. That is pretty much just the pellets. When the plows came through and they made it blacktop again, it now is back to ice pellets have covered the entire road here, and it's just kind of annoying. You see some guy here running. I almost slipped a little bit, so he is clearly doing better than I am at figuring out how to handle this snow. The sidewalks, some of them are shoveled, some of them are not, but it's really just hit or miss on, for this area at least, which businesses have been out and they've been able to get to the shoveling, and they've also been able to get the snow blower out here. You can see the kind of mountain of snow from the plows that's left on the side of York Road here. For the most part, people who are traveling on the arterials, they'll be okay, and then those side streets are where you're going to run into a lot of those issues if you're out here throughout the day. The ice pellets continue to fall down here, as you can hear, as we're live in Towson. Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate you. We need to find the person who was jogging just
Jeff,
now.
Go get him. Ask him why.
Wow. Maybe he's headed to Howard County.
Oh, maybe.
Where we find our Cara Burnett.
Yeah, I bet she's not doing any jogging as of right now. Oh, she's waving. She's
Look at that.
saying hi to the people who are braving the roads right there. They must not have heard her jingle.
Yeah, I thought it would be more of a stern talking to, Cara, because you don't want people on the roads.
I don't, but they were honking and they were saying good morning. So I was like, good morning. I really wanted to say get off the road, but, you know, they were nice. They were nice. But yes, what we're seeing here this morning, I'm right by Route 40 in St. John's Lane in Ellicott City, and we're really seeing some snowflakes, then the icy pellets. I mean, this winter storm really does have a personality of her own. She's doing whatever she wants to today. And while she's doing whatever she wants to, she's letting me know that everyone needs to stay inside, okay? Because even just with this stretch of road, the plows have been doing a really great job on passing through the area. But I think when people see that, they start speeding up a bit. So I've been telling people, slow down. We have another plow over here. Good morning. Do they want to say, you want to come up? No? No? Okay. All right, they gotta go. They gotta go. They were like, let me say something. All right, drive safe. All right, Megan and Randall, I will send things back over to you.
You could tell they thought about it, though. They were like, maybe I should go talk to Cara Burnett. No, let me get back to work.
They got a job to do.
All right, guys, a reminder, you can check the latest conditions where you live through our WMAR News app. To get it, just open up your phone and scan the QR code right there on your screen. You can see a long list of delays and cancellations there. And then, of course, send in your snow pictures to pix@WMAR.com. We've got a lot of stuff cooking for you so far. Look at the dog with the boots. Oh, a face full of snow. Look at that.
Yeah, he dug right in there. So,
Yeah.
pix@WMAR.com is where you can go to send us your photos. Well, Governor Wes Moore declared a state of emergency ahead of this storm, urging all Marylanders to use extra caution and, like we've been saying all morning, just stay inside until this system clears out.
Yeah, the governor joins us live via Zoom right now. Governor Moore, thank you so much for joining us. Can you explain to our viewers what it means when you declare a state of emergency?
Yeah, what it means is that we have the entire state now coordinated, where it's not even just a state that's called a state of emergency. Every single local jurisdiction, all 24 jurisdictions within the state of Maryland are also under a state of emergency. And it really means we have a all hands on deck operation that's taking place. It's been taking place since the middle of the week, where it was just preparation and getting the roads ready, making sure there was full coordination and cooperation with local jurisdictions. But I do want to remind people that what we are seeing right now is the first phase of this storm. This storm is not done. The implications of it will last days. And so we're grateful that people are taking heed to word and staying indoors. We're thankful for all of the first responders, members of the Department of Transportation, Emergency Management, National Guard, State Police, everybody who is making sure that we can get everything cleared up and keep people safe. But we are asking Marylanders to continue doing your part and staying off the roads and let the professionals do their job on the outside.
Yeah, we can't shout out those first responders enough. What is your biggest concern right now, Governor Moore, with the storm as we speak?
Well, the biggest concern is that we'll see a transition soon. That transition will go from snow, and there has been significant volume on snow, but that will actually alter soon, and it will actually turn into sleet and then eventually freezing rain. Because we're seeing as the snow falls, the temperature is going to drop as well. And so that's what's going to make this a multi-day event. And so that, I think, is some of the biggest concerns and where you're seeing some of the biggest impacts already thus far across the state of Maryland.
And Governor Moore, once the storm gets out of here later this evening, what does the state response then look like over the next few days, maybe even a week? Because as you mentioned, the snow and the ice, it's not going to be melting anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see just as aggressive a response. I mean, we've literally had a team here, not just for days prior, but all throughout the night. I'm currently here at the Emergency Operations Center with these remarkable men and women who have been making sure that our people are safe. And you're going to continue to see operations of clearing out the roads. You're going to see the continued use of salt and icebreakers to make sure we're making it easier for people to be able to navigate if they have to move around. You're also going to see people who are working to make sure that a lot of families are protected. We've had handfuls of people who have lost power, and so we're going to make sure that we are getting them back on track and ensuring that people can keep power despite the fact that freezing rain is on the way.
A lot of people taking a big part in helping us respond to this storm. Governor Moore, we appreciate the time.
We appreciate you. Thanks so much. Stay safe.
Absolutely.
All right, you too. All right, and taking a look at some of the snowfall just across the country. From Oklahoma, I believe we have a video of a guy trying to get out, spinning some wheels there, getting stuck in that snow. Kara Burnett says she has seen quite a few people getting stuck out in Ellicott City by Route 40 and St. John's Lane. So just a good visual reminder. If you don't want to be doing this, spinning your tires, needing a push, just don't go out.
Yeah, we want to see snow plows, not just cars,
Not
regular
your car.
cars and trucks, not your stuff. So we appreciate you guys. Stay with us. Hang tight. More snow coverage after the break.
If anything, we can use it for socials. Talking about snow out there, turning towards ice, and that is wreaking some havoc on the roadways. We have our secondary team trying to make it in, and some of them are getting stuck. So just take it as an example. Don't get on the roadways. Do as we say, not as we do, as the saying goes. We're dealing with some heavy bands of snow still pushing to the east from the west. It's mixing with some ice now. So it's slicker than snot out there in a few areas, especially off towards our south and where we have some of those warm air notches transferring from snow into sleet and ice pellets. It is going to make it hazardous on the roadways. We're going to see quite a bit of accumulation and then ice on top of that accumulation. So that light fluffy snow that was easier to navigate at 5, 6, 7, and 8 this morning will not be so easy to navigate because it'll compact, it'll have some weight with that ice, and it will make you lose traction. So please, please be careful. If you do have to be out, use that emergency kit. Kitty litter is great, so is salt, something to give you traction on the roadways if you have to be out. As we look at radar here, just radar and not previous scans, we are dealing with heavy bands still off towards the mountains. They're going to see the highest accumulation amounts. We're still seeing moderate bands of snow, at least through this radar and its direction that it's pointing, its elevation, and then off towards the northern tier of the I-95 corridor. We're also seeing some of this ice and sleet mix off towards our south and towards our east. Now, as we progress through the morning and into the afternoon, we're going to see temperatures elevate from the teens and 20s now to the middle to upper 20s. And with a warm notch currently in the 20s. We're going to see more warm air try to invade our atmosphere and our space as we head into the afternoon. This is going to change over that lovely snow that was easier to navigate into some tricky ice and hazardous ice on the roadways. We'll also deal with some rain, which is nice at the start for the eastern shoreline, but is not going to be great as we head towards the evening tonight, where we could see a refreeze. We'll deal with more ice potential as we head into the late evening hours of tonight, but it should cut off pushing past 4 a.m. on Monday when that winter warning is allowed to expire. Back to you.
We're in this for the long haul. Abigail, thank you. Well, this storm system certainly has impacted millions of people. I mean, we're talking from the Midwest to the southern states up to the Northeast. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's all over the place. This storm leading to a massive shutdown of air travel now across the country. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
This morning, more than 9,000 flights across the U.S. canceled as the winter storm wreaks havoc in multiple states. Today expected to be one of the worst days in U.S. aviation history for weather-related flight cancellations, leaving travelers scrambling.
So I don't know what they're going to do because it's going to be shut down. You know, they probably missed a trip.
Some of the nation's busiest hubs hit the hardest, including Charlotte Douglas International, Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson, and New York's LaGuardia Airport. Airlines say they're doing what they can by bulking up staffing, repositioning aircraft, and adjusting crew schedules. Some major airports even spending more than $30,000 an hour to keep runways plowed.
The Department of Aviation has about 40 pieces of equipment that are used to clear the runways, the roadways, the sidewalks.
American and Delta allowing passengers to change their flights at no extra cost, and United issuing travel waivers for impacted cities.
We had to leave our vacation a day and a half early, so that's kind of frustrating. We're hoping getting out early gets us in, but you just never know.
And of course, if you don't have to go anywhere, the best thing to do is just stay home and avoid this mess. At Newark Airport in New Jersey, Rena Roy, ABC News.
You think we've driven that message home?
I hope so. Well, hey, look at the roads right now. This is a live look at Towson, I believe, and hardly anyone out. I see some plows.
Okay.
So that's good.
People
but looks
listening?
like not a lot of people out, which is good because now we're starting to see that transition that our team of meteorologists have been talking about from the snow to the ice.
Yeah, that icy mix is not what you want to mess with. And as we said, there goes a car, but moving slowly. And a little swerve. Okay, so yeah, that's just a telltale sign right there, guys. Do not get out there and brave this weather. It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it.
We'll be back.
But then again, here's the problem. If I get into an accident, car seat has to go away.
There you go.
You can't have a car seat in the car that's been in an accident. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Technically, if the airbags deploy or if it's like a serious accident, fender bender.
Oh crap! You know what I think I did? Okay, I have to remember. I have to ask my wife. I totaled my car in 23, and I want to say I grabbed the car seat out of it, but I'm pretty sure we didn't end up using that one after that. I never knew that. Ain't that something? But we also had like 3 or 4, so. Yeah. Oh, I never thought about that.
They can retroactively take you off of it. You not have every member of your household.
Oh.
Because if you get into an accident.
I thought it was only drivers. Oh.
All right, so Abigail, it's you, then traffic.
Abigail, traffic. Yeah, pour it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Pour it slowly.
Yeah, 2 more hours of this, so.
Yeah.
Where do you guys want me? In my key?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Christy.
I gotcha. Woo woo.
Christy.
Welcome back in. We're getting another look at radar here. It's been active all morning, and although the picture may look like it has been the same, there is so much going on. There's so much to interpret, and I'll be the mouthpiece for you. I will help you through it, but I'm just going to tell you right now, road conditions are deteriorating out there, especially as we track these warm notches of air and mixed precipitation trying to make its way through. This is clipping the eastern portion of the state. It looks to be pushing a little bit more east as this low pressure slides offshore. It may get up towards Delaware, but the brunt of it for this system will be for the eastern shoreline. Not great for them off towards Salisbury and Ocean City, but better for the northern tier of the eastern region off to the southeast of the I-95 corridor. We're still dealing with sleet and ice pellets out there. It's starting to glaze over the snow, and then we'll have another batch of mixed precipitation trying to make its way in as we head towards the afternoon hours and late morning hours. This is a live look outside. You can see Fed Hill here now that we've gotten a little more light in and a clearer picture since that snowfall rate has dropped. We are dealing with quite a bit of snow out there. We're probably not going to see a whole lot of people sledding out there just because it is frigid, and also if you don't live near Fed Hill and wanted to drive, a lot of people are staying off of the roadways, thankfully, but we may see some sledders as we go into tomorrow. As we look at the Inner Harbor, we're seeing a little freeze there. We're seeing some snow accumulating on the side. Lots to talk about with this visual here, but I won't linger too long because we have a lot to talk about over the next several hours. We're in the 20s. We're dealing with mixed winds. We'll see a south-southwesterly flow as we head towards tonight. This will help to elevate and maintain temperatures for a little while. Mostly, this is going to introduce some warm air into our environment and destabilize our snow and transfer it into more of a sleet or ice mix, and that leads to horrible conditions overnight and the possibility of power outages. We heard from Governor Wes Moore earlier this morning. He's well informed. We appreciate a well-informed as far as weather goes governor. He's talking about snow plows being issued throughout the week, maintaining the roadways and making sure people get power back on. It's going to be a little dicey as we head into tonight, especially as we see that transfer from our heavy bands of snow into mixed precipitation and ice. Our greatest concern will be off towards our south and east. Here, we're already seeing that changeover. This is where we're going to see the greatest accumulation of some ice, and that it can be catastrophic for portions of the power grid. So we'll keep a close eye on that. For now, this is still snow and sleet. It's starting to change over into ice, but we're not seeing a huge glazing just yet. Temperatures are still a little cold, and we're maintaining that colder layer off towards the ground, and that's helping it to refreeze before it gets to the ground. So that's why we're seeing more of the pellets. As we look at live radar, we have some moderate to heavy bands out there. We have that mixing. I know I sound like I'm repeating here, but I really need to emphasize this changeover and how much of it is going to happen, as well as the timeline. So we are dealing with the 3 o'clock hour, massive changeover. This is where icing can happen. This is where we're going to see a lot of issues. Please, please stay home. If you can be courteous to your neighbors and check on them and possibly extend a shovel and help them out and make sure they're doing okay, that will go a long way. Now let's turn to Christy Breslin to check on the roadways to see if people are adhering and staying off the roads.
Well, Abigail, for the most part, they really are listening to these warnings because nobody wants to get stuck in this. We've already seen so many accidents, so many disabled vehicles. It's just nonstop. And like you said, it's going to get worse. The roads continue to deteriorate. 97 southbound, we still have that crash there at Crane Highway that has the right lane and shoulder blocked. 95 northbound and southbound, those express toll lanes are completely closed off between 895 and 95. So just keep in mind, you're not going to have any access there. Look at that. That is Locust Point 95, 395. You can see a couple of cars, but it looks like they're really struggling. If you see that one car, you can already see he's already sliding on the side. So this is not a situation that we want you to be in. So stay home, stay warm, stay safe. And of course, we'll keep you updated. That's the latest outlook out there on the roads. Megan and Randall.
All right, thank you, Christy. All right, guys, let's check in Baltimore County with our Jeff Morgan.
Yeah, he's right there along York Road up by the circle there. He's seen a couple of cars out. He sounds like, Jeff, that everyone's doing okay. I mean, those roads are certainly slick out there, but for those who are out there, they are at least going slow.
Yeah, Megan, for the most part, people are going slow. They're kind of heeding the caution. Some people do have to be out. Healthcare workers, you know, people who are essential to operations and things. You see this truck here coming up the way. We've seen a couple fishtails, actually, in the last little bit, especially with these ice pellets that have been coming down the last little bit. He's going a lot faster than most of the people we've been seeing throughout the morning. Most people are like this SUV back here who are taking their good old time to get up the hill here. We've seen a couple people get stopped on the hill. They've had to spin their tires a little bit, and then they've been able to get back up. We did earlier, a lot earlier, we saw a couple hours ago, we saw a tow truck, or a plow truck actually crash into the side of the curb and then was able to get back on its way. You see these banks of snow that are on the side of the roads here. This is what you're going to encounter throughout the morning as you're heading around. If you're looking at the streets that the plows are keeping their eyes on versus the streets on the side of the road, the side streets, they're going to be a little bit less. Those side streets aren't going to get treated as well as those main arterial streets, so they're going to have a lot more snow. It's going to be a lot tougher to travel on those. You can just hear how much it's changed over here in the last little bit. We've been out here for now about 5 hours, and it was a nice light fluffy snow all morning long, and then within about the last hour it switched to these ice pellets that have been coming down and just kind of making it treacherous to be out here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, yeah. Really, those secondary roads, your neighborhood streets, that is going to be the absolute last thing that is going to get plowed. As those highway crews, you know, Charlie mentioned when I talked to him a couple of days ago, the highways, the big arteries like York Road, those are their top priorities for first responders who still need to be out and about right now.
Yeah, where that heavy travel is.
Absolutely. So your neighborhood might not get touched for a day or two.
Yeah, so just stay safe, keep it inside like we've been reminding you guys all morning long. In Howard County, we've got Kara Burnett, where the schools just decided to close for tomorrow. Kara, we've really been able to see how this storm can change through your live shots. How's it going right now?
Well, guys, there's a lot happening right now. All right, I was sitting in the car, warming up, and then I see someone trekking it through the snow. And I'm like, what is going on? I get out my car, I'm like, where are you going? Mark? Mark, wait, I'll come to you, I'll come to you. Mark, where are you going?
I'm heading to work over at Home Depot over there, and we're still open.
All right, so, okay, Home Depot in Ellicott City is open if you need, what, shovels and...
Well, we're out of shovels, we're out of salt, we're out of pool salt, we're out of well salt. Might have regular shovels or transfer shovels, but snow shovels, all out.
All right. Well, breaking news, they're out of shovels, but maybe you can find something else. Do you always walk to work or?
Almost always, yeah. It's not too far from my house, and honestly, in weather like this, it's just kind of safer to walk if you got the health for it, so.
Yeah, just not safe to drive. So are you warm, though? I mean, you got the, are those ski sticks?
Yeah, just hiking poles and actually a little overly warm. Have too many layers, but better too many than too few, I'd say, so.
Yes, let's be overly warm. You said it's like heated? What do you?
Not heated, just, just some flannel, just a leather jacket, and gloves, extra pair of pants, that's it.
I love this, committed, because you know what? Some people do. I have been yelling at everybody, do not leave the house, but some of us have work today.
Yes, that is true.
So I will let you get to it.
Thank you.
Travel safe, be warm.
You too.
Thank you so much. Bye, have a good day at work. All right, Home Depot's open, y'all. They don't have shovels, but maybe you can find something else. Megan and Randall?
All I know is the man is warm and the cowboy hat is for style. We'll just say that right there.
I mean, luckily he doesn't have too much farther to go up Route 40 there, but that is impressive, y'all. That man needs a raise, a promotion, something.
And he's just for the fit. He's my character of the day.
That is fantastic. All right, Kara's finding some characters out there
She
at Route
is.
40.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, well, hey, stay up to date on the weather wherever you are through our WMAR-2 News app. There's live radar, hour-by-hour conditions, a list of delays and cancellations. We've got Baltimore City, Carroll County, and Howard County Public Schools who have canceled classes for tomorrow. We knew this was going to come. They're probably going to be closed for at least a day or two, maybe even longer. Who knows how long this ice sticks around? That could be a big problem.
Especially as Governor Moore has already prepared for the crews to be working throughout the week.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Also, on a lighter note, send us your snow pictures to pix@WMAR.com. Here's what we got for you so far. Lots of white covering the areas out there. Look at those cars. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. But
wow.
It looks like you guys are having some fun out there, or at least getting some great photos to share with us.
Yeah, and I feel like those photos look like they are from the inside of homes.
Yes,
which we
is
love
smart.
to see.
Oh, is that a sledding photo right there?
Come on.
I think that looks like a sledding photo. Some brave souls going out there despite the icy pellets.
Yeah, I'm still biased to the doggy sweaters. So keep those coming.
There we go.
Oh,
we got some
selfies. People out there outside.
Yes, braving those elements. I mean, we saw a runner in Jeff Morgan's shot the other day.
Insane.
So that's some dedication.
Yeah, there we go. Nope, we got somebody walking the dog.
There we go.
Love it.
All right. And go to our website, too, to see the photo gallery and all the cool photos that y'all been sending. Patio photo. Got to have it.
All right, guys. We'll be back.
You're watching Maryland's first television station, WMAR-2 News. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
We hope you are watching and hearing us from the comfort of your own home. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Randall Newsom.
And I'm Megan Knight. Yeah, thank you so much for watching us and streaming us on this special edition of Good Morning Maryland. Talking about this storm that we have been forecasting. Well, our team of meteorologists have been forecasting for days. It is finally here. So let's go right over to meteorologist look, I almost said Stevie Daniels.
Switch roles.
And I'm doing so good, Abigail.
They're around the clock.
So good. It's just a force of habit.
So
she's here with us.
She's working in spirit.
She's here. She's here in spirit. We are dealing with a mess out there, and we've been tracking this for quite some time. Meteorologists across the country are getting some overtime in this weekend. We are dealing with a massive storm spread across the west, the southwest, and the northeast. This is a massive storm, and it's wreaking havoc for a few of us. Some of us dealing with ice. That's mostly towards the southern region of the state. We're dealing with snow changing over towards ice. And really, to paint the picture clearly here, we have this winter storm warning. And if you're wondering where it's at, it's highlighted in pink, and it's everywhere. It's in Pennsylvania, it's in Maryland, it's in West Virginia, it's in Virginia. It's everywhere. And this is just showing how big this system is and how widespread the impacts are expected. This is through 4 a.m. on your Monday, and we're already seeing closures because of it. It is going to be messy out there. It was a little easier to navigate early this morning. We were still able to somewhat travel. The snow was light and fluffy and easy to navigate because it didn't compact or make you lose traction on the roadways. That's changed. It's done a 180, and we're dealing with more moisture turning towards ice than snow. We have different layers in our atmosphere, and one of them is warmer than the other, and that is leading to that changeover in our moisture. We have this warm front lifting through. Now, I will say our saving grace for this system in particular is it's sliding a little bit more east and a little bit more offshore before it heads towards Maryland. This is going to keep us cold and dealing with snow for a little while longer, while our southeasterly region dealing with more ice. I'm looking at Salisbury, I'm looking at Ocean City, and our southeastern region. Off towards our west, this is our concern. This is going to start heading towards us as we look towards the latter half of the morning. So in the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to see it start to clip the very western tier of the state and into the afternoon and evening hours. And this is where it's going to become really dicey as we see that changeover from snow into ice. And that is going to cause some slick roadways and possibly some power grid issues as we see the weight of ice possibly on those power lines and causing some power outages. So be mindful of this, be prepared for this, charge up your phone now so you can get alerts for later, and maybe gear up with the propane tank or the firewood if you have ways to stay warm. As we look at the Inner Harbor here, there's quite a lot to talk about in this picture. We're seeing snowfall, so active snowfall with ice pellets in the mix. We're seeing a frozen ground, frozen bay, and accumulation on the sides here. If we look off in the distance where we had some grassy area towards Fed Hill, this is where we're seeing a lot of accumulation. It is a mess out there. I cannot stress this enough. Please do not drive in this. We have our secondary team trying to get in. We're telling them to stay home for a little while longer because it's just too hard to navigate out there. We don't want to put our team in any harm's way. That should give you an idea of how much we don't want you to put yourself in harm's way. Even our traffic anchor is at home and zooming in because it's too dangerous for her to get here today. So we're dealing with the 20s. We'll deal with warmer air introducing itself to us as we head into the evening hours of tonight. This is going to help that changeover and that destabilization of snowfall. It's going to transfer that snow into ice. We've seen quite a bit of heavy snow push through over the past several hours, mostly from the west spreading to the east. This will continue as we head towards the evening hours of tonight. But once again, this moisture is starting to change over into ice, and that is our primary concern. We're seeing this lift more as well off towards the southeastern region and now starting to spread near St. Mary's County. Eventually we'll push up towards Anne Arundel County, and this is where we see that distinct changeover to ice and freezing rain with that pink color. Now we're going to get a check of the roadways here in the next second or so, but I do want to highlight this changeover is rapidly going to deteriorate the roadways in the next 15 to 20 minutes off towards our south and then spread off towards the majority of the state as we head into the afternoon. Now I'm going to toss it over to Christy Breslin for a check of the roadways to let us know how it's looking out there.
Well, Abigail, like you said, I am zooming in from the Breslin home studio because the roads are just treacherous. And I keep using that words because that is the best way to describe them. Now, currently we're looking 95, 395. If you can see those cars going by, they are going slow, but you can see them slipping and sliding. So of course, we do not want that to be you. Another thing that you need to do is make sure that your car is completely cleared off because we don't want any of that car blowing back on any of the cars that are behind them because it's just going to make a dangerous drive even more so. As far as the rest of the area goes, 95, just keep in mind, northbound and southbound, the express toll lanes are completely blocked off between 895 and 95. Then, of course, the bridges, those ramps, those overpasses, they all freeze first. So the Tidings Bridge is a prime example. You can see some traffic there in the northbound direction, but they're taking it slow, just as you should. And this would be a great time to make sure that you have an emergency kit planned. And of course, make sure you have that heat cranked all the way up and just give yourself some extra time. If you don't have to head out, we highly recommend you don't. But our team is going to be watching the roads, the weather, everything for you all morning long. Back over to you.
All right, Christy. Yes, we've got the dedicated team of reporters out in the conditions just to give you an idea of what it's like outside, because we don't want you to have to leave the comfort of your home, so we'll do it for you.
Yeah, both of our live crews have been telling people from experience for several hours now, just don't go outside. It's not fun out there. Jeff Morgan is live in Towson, but first we're going out to Kara Burnett in Ellicott City. Kara, how's the traffic at the gas station on Route 40? Is it kind of slowing down, picking up? How's it feeling?
It's a mix, but I will say I do not like how the roads are looking. It looks slippery. Some people are sliding. It's not a good look out here. And I will say it's getting really, really cold. My toes are a little frozen. My face is a little frozen. And people have been slowing down a bit, but a little slipping and sliding. We have some cars coming behind me here. Oh, see, you're going a little fast here. And it's really hard to tell. You don't know how slippery it is until you're actually out on the roads. But I do want to take a quick measurement while we're here. So in the last hour, we said about 4 to 5 inches of snow. Well, right here, 6 inches, right in this spot, 6 inches in Ellicott City. Now, I have been making a lot of friends. We just checked in with someone who was walking to Home Depot. He's working at Home Depot today. But I've been talking to a lot of the people operating the plows. One person tells me that he has been working since around 3 a.m. last night, and he's just now getting some help. They sent in more people to give him some relief from just working out on the roads today. So a lot of people out here with the plows. It is not looking good out here. Please, please stay inside. But for now, reporting live in Ellicott City, Kara Burnett, WMAR-TV News. Oop, drop my ruler.
There goes the stick.
Yeah, now she's lost it. It's in the snow. Good thing it's pink.
Yeah,
it's easy to find.
Easy to find. Easy to grab in the snow. All right, appreciate you, Kara. All right, now let's see what it's looking like in Baltimore County, where we first started talking about that icy mix that now we're kind of seeing on both sides. We're seeing it out by Kara, who you just heard from, and now, of course, we've been seeing it for several hours.
Yeah, it's pretty much made that transition, which our team predicted was going to happen. And poor Jeff Morgan, who has been out there since 6 o'clock this morning, basically getting pelted with all of those icy
It doesn't sound as loud,
That's true, Jeff. It doesn't sound quite as loud as it has.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there it is.
Yeah, there's picking up. There it is.
Sorry.
It might have slowed down a bit, maybe just a tad. I want to give you a look at it here. Mikey's going to zoom in, and you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. They're just little tiny balls, and they are just dropping out of the sky like crazy. There's these little pellets continue to fall out here in Towson, and they're pretty much covered the ground. Now, take a look at the roadway here to my left, and you can just see the thin layer of ice that has been left behind here. It's not accumulating as fast, but it's not snow. It's goofball over there. Sorry about that. And it's not snow, it's ice right now. You see some of these plows coming through. There's been a couple people that the traffic's starting to pick up a little bit here. People heading into work, or people trying to just get out and about. If it was me, if I had the choice to be home inside, I would not be out dealing with this stuff right now. It's not fun if you have to go out and shovel and get pelted in the face with these pellets. It's also not easy to drive in. We've seen plenty of large trucks that are slipping and sliding, fishtailing and things like that, and you see these massive mounds of snow that you'd also have to deal with if you're trying to get from the side streets onto those main roads. For now, live in Towson, Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
All right, Jeff, thank you. And yes, the roads are terrible right now. We've shown you that multiple times. The sidewalks completely covered in snow, but that is not stopping some folks from getting out there and getting in their morning jog. Like this fellow jogging on York Road right in North Baltimore. Does not seem to be bothered one bit by the snow. So we appreciate your dedication to that. By the way, the city's snow emergency plan is now in place, so that means no parking allowed on designated snow emergency routes. Your car will be towed and ticketed. The city's opening up 8 city garages for free parking until tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. There's also 12 schools where you can go and park for free. But yes, make sure that if you are on one of those designated snow emergency routes, your car is off so those plows can get through and get those roads cleared.
Absolutely. And then speaking of response to this, the National Guard is ready to be deployed in Harford County if needed. 5 Humvees, 2 tactical vehicles, and 16 Guard members are there to help with the storm response. The county also has snow plows filled with salt ready to clear more than 1,000 miles of road. And then taking a look here across the country, about 16 hours away from us, if you're driving, which you shouldn't be. In Arkansas, folks are enjoying good old-fashioned snow day. Got the four-wheeler going, turning around like that right there. Videos making the rounds online, and hopefully we see some more as the morning goes on.
Yeah, you can send us your videos. We'd love to see them and share them. And you can also stay up to date on the weather wherever you are. Just download our app by scanning the QR code on your screen. You can get the live radar, the hour-by-hour conditions, although they're pretty much terrible hour by hour, so nothing's really changing
minute
on that
by minute.
front. And we also have a list of delays and cancellations on there for today. And then we've also got a couple tomorrow. Baltimore City schools, Carroll County schools are closed. Howard County schools are closed, but they were already scheduled to be closed.
It's like they knew.
It's like they knew.
They knew what was happening.
Okay.
All right, so be sure to send us your snow pictures to help us pass this time by to pix@WMAR.com.
Is that a parrot?
I think that is a parrot. We have ourselves a parrot.
We have a parrot eating snow, and apparently he says, I'm good.
I don't like it.
I'm going to stay inside. That is a smart birdie right there.
My gosh.
We got the cat looking at the snow. That's such a cat thing right there.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not going out in that.
That
you
bothers
crazy?
me. Did this cat tear some stuff up in the house?
Or maybe a dog? Is that a dog? I
can't tell.
Yeah.
Somebody's pet's in trouble.
Oh, we got some kids. Oh, kids and a pup. There you go,
There
Randall.
it is.
He's
Somebody
been asking
heard
for
my
that.
cry. The kids and the pups.
We love
kids
that.
and K9s, people.
Yay.
Keep it coming.
We got the kids out there enjoying their cute little snow outfits. Love to see that.
love
And the
it.
bugs. All right, PIX@WMAR.com. Keep them coming. We love seeing them. We love showing them off here on the air.
Yeah.
It's keeping us entertained while we continue to do
Tell you
this
to
for
stay
hours
out
and hours
of
on
the
end.
snow. All right, guys, we'll be back.
Woo. Oh, yes. All right.
Kara's hits remind me that time is passing because she switches it up almost every single time.
She's very good. She's finding some characters. I think Kara is like winning. She is doing great.
Jeff's interaction was calling somebody a goofball from down the block. Hey.
Hey, OC. How you doing?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Live look.
7 inches?
John, they say what live look may be.
Do we know where the live picture is? Guess we'll see. Oh, Ocean City.
Oh, that's right. Just okay.
Sorry.
I think that's for like later.
Or right now.
You're watching WMAR-2 News, part of the Scripps News Group.
All right, welcome back to this special edition of Good Morning Maryland. We are tracking all the snow. Here's a live look at Ocean City. And that's what I like to see, not a car on the road. I'm just going to let it ride. Oh, there's one. There's one right there. But you know what? One is better than like a ton.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, everyone's hunkered down there. Maybe at the beach. Probably not. No.
Yeah.
Not a great beach day today,
Not
Abigail.
quite. I mean, some people might like that, Abigail. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe. Each their own.
I would like a snowy beach day, but that seems like an oxymoron. Like,
yeah, snowy beach day.
Right, snow doesn't belong on a beach. I don't know. But yeah, lots more cars. Now that you said something.
Dang it, spoke them up.
As we talk about totals, I do want to note some things. If you guys go out and try to measure the snow, it's a little late in the game, and since we've seen a changeover to sleet and a little bit of ice, there's been a little bit of compression with the fluffy snow from earlier. So while we may have gotten 7 inches towards the Hereford zone, as we look towards Hunt Valley, we've seen upwards of 6 and 7 inches in this region. With the compacting of some of the snow, thanks to the weight of the ice and pellets, it's closer to about 5. So if you are measuring and you're wondering where I'm getting some of these higher totals, there is a little bit more information for you to know. If you're going out and seeing 5 inches, that's because of the changeover that we have seen. I do want to talk about this. This is the past 6 hours. This has been my trusty source here in the past 6 hours or so since we started the newscast, and even a little bit before that. It's showing how much accumulation we have seen, and it's been about an inch behind. So while it's saying about 5 to 8 inches off towards our west, I think that's a pretty good range. Most of the accumulation totals, which I think we'll see next here, will say about 5 to 6. I think we're pushing closer to 7 and 8 off towards our west, especially if we've seen towards Hunt Valley 7 inches and towards the city proper about 6.5. Once again, sleet will cut down on those numbers quite a bit, and overall our snow totals are still looking accurate from earlier this morning, because we saw that warm nose a little bit earlier in the morning with the model runs of the NAM and the HRRR, to where it also noticed that warm bit of air transferring our snow over to sleet. And when we transfer over to sleet, that severely undercuts our snow totals because our ratio goes down. I know I threw a lot of science at you, but the summation is sleet makes less snow, and since we're seeing sleet, we're seeing less aggressive snow totals. You see 5 here, you see closer to 6 here, and you see 4 here and 3 here. Add about an inch to that for these areas. And as we look towards portions of the eastern shore, I think you're upwards of 5 inches for certain areas like towards Kent County. As we progress through the next several hours, we're going to see those snow totals drop a bit. Even with the accumulation that we've already gotten, it'll drop because of the weight of this sleet, and as we see some melting and compacting from this rain ice mixture that is starting to lift through thanks to a low pressure system trying to head offshore from Virginia. This is going to create some chaos, possibly some power outages to hit the southern region first, but eventually we'll see this lift from the west and from the south as we head into tonight. This is going to create some issues, especially towards Easton, Cambridge, Waldorf, La Plata, Lexington Park, and off towards the eastern shore. You're seeing it first, but it's going to continue to lift, and the I-95 corridor is looking to get hit first. So be mindful of this. Another way for us to see what's going on with radar, we do correlation coefficient, and that's just a fancy word for seeing things aloft. So we can see the particles in the air, we can see what form it's in, and this gives us an idea that we're getting something a little heavier than snow in our atmosphere. It is showing with this highlighted fiery color, the oranges and the reds, showing that changeover from snow to something heavier, so like sleet and ice and pellets. And so this is mostly on the eastern tier of the state, where we're seeing a lot of that warm air start to push its way in, also towards the northern tier and off towards the mountains, as well as towards the district. So we are going to be dealing with some very rapidly deteriorating roadways in the next few minutes into the next several hours. We're not going to get much reprieve over the next several hours because we are going to be dealing with active radar. And even with this right here, where we're seeing just rain because of a temperature fluctuation into the middle 30s for the eastern shoreline, as we progress forward, we lose that heat. We drop down into the 20s and the teens. Anything left over will freeze tonight and refreeze again as we head into Monday. We'll get a break from activity, yes, but what's left on the roadways are still going to have impacts for you heading out tomorrow morning and afternoon. Now let's turn to Christy Breslin to get the check of the roadways for now and see what those look like. Christy?
Well, Abigail, no doubt about it, they do not look good. Just like you said, the conditions continue to deteriorate. We're currently looking at the Tidings Bridge, and you can see one car, just one car going across it right now. So it sounds like people are really heeding our warnings, and we want you to be safe. And right now, being out on the roads, that is not a safe place to be. 95 northbound and southbound, also the emergency express lanes, they're both closed between 895 and 95. The back roads, very tricky as well. So if you don't want to take 95 and you are taking the back roads, just make sure you take it extra slow and make sure all the snow is cleared off of your car. That is just essential. Now, looking at 97 at Crane Highway, we still have the crash there. It does have the right lane blocked. Then moving over to the Beltway, we've been watching this all morning long. Not a lot of activity, which is of course a good thing. You can see on the inner loop there, snow still coming down, roads pretty much still covered, and just a couple of cars that look like they're struggling on their way out. So that's the latest update out there on the roads. Please don't travel unless you absolutely have to. Megan and Randall?
Yeah, we've been ringing it all morning long. Thank you so much, Christy. Let's check back in with our team of reporters. They're outside braving those elements so you don't have to.
And we certainly do appreciate this because we've been on the air since 6 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
So that means they've been outside for quite some time. We've got WMAR-2 News' Kara Burnett live in Ellicott City for us along Route 40. Now, Kara, I got to say, you found a pretty good spot. You're making friends with snowplow drivers. You met the man who was walking to work to Home Depot.
Yeah.
How is it looking out there, especially on the roads? I know you said some people look like they've been driving a little too fast.
Yes, I've been telling people to slow down. Now, I want to go back to community and friends for a second because I've been meeting a lot of new friends and bumping into some old ones. One of my friends, right, from Union Church came by to drop us some beef stew. Okay, he brought us some lunch. I'm like, this is community coming together. He said he was watching all morning long, and he was like, I know that girl is hungry, and I was. Okay, it's lunchtime. So he dropped off some food. So thank you so much to Jeff from Union Church, my friend from Union Church, and he wanted to give a shout out to his business. JSH Home Improvement. Yes, that's what it was. So thank you so much. But then I yelled at him because I said, well, what are you doing? He's like, well, I got a new truck. I wanted to test it out. I said, absolutely not. Please go home, be safe, because guys, the conditions are not great. I mean, look at it. It's covered and it's really slippery out on this road. This is Route 40. I'm in Ellicott City and you see St. John's Lane. This is the area that I'm in and it's coming down. It's this winter mix where it's like snowflakes and these icy pellets. So please stay home. Thank you so much for lunch though. I appreciate it. Megan and Randall, back to you guys.
I gotta say, that must be the magic spot because I did snow coverage out there once years ago. And there's a place called Bocelli's Pizza that's right near there, and they dropped off food for me too. So, Kara, I'm glad that you're being nourished, even though he did have to drive it to you.
I mean, if Jeff's going to be dangerous, he might as well stop at 6100 York Road. I'm just saying.
Or maybe out to Jeff Morgan, who's been out in Towson at the Circle. Maybe we could drop him off some warm beef stew.
Jeff could use some warm support.
We're getting fed? I didn't know we were getting fed. Who's feeding us? I didn't know we were getting fed.
Well,
that was kind of a pop-up situation, Jeff. I don't know. That was kind of just.
We don't even have anything going on here. Look,
hey,
there's
show
nothing
some love to
even
Jeff,
open,
man. How you doing, Jeff? Besides the obvious, being hungry.
Like a pretzel or something. We're doing all right. You know, the feet getting a little cold here. We've been waiting while Kara was taking her time eating. We were waiting in the snow here. I wanted to show you just how much snow accumulation there was. So I've just been sitting here with my feet in the snow for a couple minutes, you know, whatever. It's okay. That's all right. No food, feet in the snow. Got it. But there's been about, I know Abigail said about 6 inches or so. It's probably a little bit more here. This is real untreated area, this side road here. And it's pretty deep. Just to have to walk through it, it's kind of laboring and stuff. It's not fun. Not anything you want to deal with. We have seen some people walking. It does seem like some cars are trying to patronize the businesses here along York Road. These mounds of snow have been kind of an issue for them, having to get over those. Some people choosing to walk in the street instead of on the sidewalk as well. For the most part, cars doing okay. They're getting up and down the hill here. They're being slow for the most part, unlike the drivers in Howard County. I guess they don't know how to drive over there. But yeah, for the most part, Towson doing pretty well here as they handle the snow. We did see the plow go down the street, so we're waiting on him to come back up the street. Hopefully he can clear off York Road once again as we get this these pellets that just keep falling out of the sky. For now, live in Towson, Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
Jeff's starting some beef.
I love that.
Stew
I
with,
love that.
Kara there.
Yeah, over there in Howard County. Yeah. He also threw some shots at the drivers. I accept every angry call that we'll get because of what Jeff just said, because I'm ready for all the smoke. Appreciate you, Jeff.
We'll try to get you some stew, Jeff.
Yeah, someone go out there and show Jeff some love.
He's by the circle.
Yeah,
all right,
by
just
the
flag
circle.
him down.
All by himself. Look at him, all alone. Oh. We'll check back in, man.
All right, well, hey, hopefully you're not outside, but if you can just maybe snap a photo of the snow through your window, you don't even have to go outside.
There you go.
Send it to us, PIX@WMAR.com. We've got lovely photos up on the website right now.
Awesome photos.
All of you enjoying your snow day. So, and that's the way to do it. Just be at home.
If you want to
enjoy the day.
if you want to see your snow picture on TV, I gave you the recipe earlier. K9s and kids.
There you go.
K9s
That's all you gotta
and
do.
kids.
And
I'm
we'll
just
put
saying.
you on TV. It's
saying.
that simple.
I'm not guaranteeing.
Your patio furniture covered in snow, we'll put that on too, because it's not a snow coverage day if we don't show that.
And it keeps us entertained and
Because
awake.
we've been on air since 6, and we're starting to lose it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a little delirious myself. I'm reading stuff over and over like, we'll be back with more snow coverage after this.
Okay, cool. All right, so 3. Yep, and then the dog videos. Let me look at that. Oh, we have a little compilation of all the puppies.
Yeah, get up in there.
Oh, these are Christy's dogs, aren't they? I think these are Christy Harper's puppies.
Oh, look at them go. They're having a ball.
Yes, I believe those are. These are not those, but these.
The blues,
I
those
think.
are Chrissy's
I'm
dogs?
pretty sure. Let me double check.
You're not in this block. No.
Don't you love it?
Ah, yes. They're her puppies. Miscreants, she called them.
Miscreants is hilarious.
Those are
That's Christy Harper's dog.
Christy Harper. Oh, yes.
Oh, so there's 2 of those.
Actually, there's 3 because there's the Nightside Christy that works in tech.
Oh, that's right.
So who was supposed to, so Sayara was supposed to come in?
Yeah, okay, so
Is Blair coming? All right, so stay high. Hi. Okay. She made it.
Oh, boy.
15 away.
You're watching Maryland's first television station. Now, WMAR-2 News.
All right, well, we've been saying it all morning, but let us just say it again. The roads are bad right now. The crews are out plowing, but that snow and sleet is falling fast, making it very difficult for them to keep up. If you do need to leave your house for whatever reason, Charlie Gischler with Maryland State Highway says there is a website where you can go to track the plows.
But we have our Storm app, the statewide transportation operations resource map, and that shows where the equipment is and where they've treated for the past 30 minutes. So again, we say stay home, but if you do have to go out, we realize there are some essential people. Go to that and devise a good transportation plan.
Good stuff there. Now, we asked, and you guys delivered big time. Check out this video sent in from a viewer of their pups playing in the snow while they do some work cleaning up.
Isn't that the way of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Humans, you do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, you guys have a good time. All right.
Aww. They're like, okay, let me in. I think I've had enough snow.
Look like dipped their little nose in there, though.
Yeah, well, you got to see what, you got to
surveying.
Sniff the snow there. And then I think we have coming up one of our photographers, Christy Harper, her pups.
There they go.
Are.
Now, they're not new to this. They're true to this.
Yes.
They're having a ball.
Wow.
Look at them go. Got their little sweaters.
They're like, yeah, Mom, look at me playing in the snow in my little coat.
I'm so glad it snowed.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good stuff. Hey, guys, keep those pictures coming. We love to see them. They keep us entertained and awake.
Is that a trampoline covered in snow? Is that a kid on a trampoline?
I think that's somebody on a trampoline.
Okay, well,
there
that's one way to have fun in the snow.
Yeah.
I like that. Good move.
There you go. And it keeps you off the snow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the kiddos.
Look at that little snow
I've been begging for kids, and y'all finally brought me the kids.
Yes, Randall's been asking for the kid. Oh,
look at them.
That is so sweet. Oh, we love the kids.
Oh, got the little snow angel.
I died. That's so sweet.
She's like, why y'all got me down here?
Oh, see? And that's probably what your car is going to look like if you haven't looked outside just yet.
Yeah.
It's just buried in snow.
Leave it be.
And we've got our four-legged viewers at home. We love to see that.
Appreciate y'all.
They are snowed in, so why not watch some WMAR-2 News?
He looks like he's waiting for this to be over.
Yeah, so are we. So are we, buddy.
All right, Abigail.
Listen, I got two boys at home in sweaters, cuddled up in a blanket because they don't want to go out in the snow, especially since one is pretty close to the ground. We are dealing with accumulating snow, mixing ice, and messy forecast going into tonight. We'll detail it, time it out, and break it down for you when we come back.
You're watching Maryland's first television station. Now, WMAR-2 News.
Well, welcome back to this special edition of Good Morning Maryland, the snow edition. We have been on since 6 o'clock this morning, and we're going to go on till at least 1 o'clock, maybe even longer. It all depends on Mother Nature, Abigail. What is she doing right
Whatever
now?
she wants.
Well, that's what it seems like.
Listen, she's a fickle lady.
She is.
She does not like to be told what she is doing, when she's going to do it, or how long it's going to persist, and we are seeing her wrath.
We are just her mere servants.
Yeah, she's like, this is my world. You're just living in it.
Yeah, and so far it's not a great world.
So, but we've made that transition now into the ice that you guys were predicting.
Yes. So I've been calling them notches of air. So we have layers in our atmosphere. If it's cold, pretty much all the way through, we can see snow development. We have to have the moisture with it. That ratio depends on what kind of snow we get. If it's the white fluffy kind, we had a high moisture ratio once that dry air pushed off earlier this morning, and that allowed us to get this nice, fluffy, accumulating snow up to about 7 inches for Hunt Valley, 6.5 for the metropolitan area. And these are just scouting totals, people from their backyard, people in the National Weather Service. They'll be confirmed as we go into tomorrow. But now that we're seeing a warm layer thrown into the mix, it's changing over to ice.
So is that going to affect totals?
Yes.
Okay.
So not only is it going to undermine snow production, so it's depriving the moisture to create snow, it's also really heavy. So what accumulation we have seen is getting compacted underneath the weight of sleet and ice, which weigh more than our current snow setup. So while we may have accumulated 7, 8 inches in a few areas, if you go out and measure now, it's probably closer to 5.5 or 4 because of the weight of the additional moisture on top of it. We are going to be dealing with this mess, and that is the friendliest term I can use for this, until 4 a.m. on your Monday. That doesn't mean we're done with it completely. That just means conditions will have improved enough to where it doesn't warrant a winter storm warning. There's specific criteria that we meet for this warning, which will be persistent until 4 a.m. We'll still see snow, we'll still see slick spots, and we'll still see accumulation stuck on the ground into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's going to live throughout the week because temperatures support it staying put. Now, we have adjusted totals since yesterday. Early this morning, the team got in. We were looking at different models, the HRRR, the Euro, the NAM. Basically, these are all data input for us to interpret and can figure out a forecast to put together to help break it down for you guys to digest. We had up to 14 inches, a little bit lower, closer to 12 inches for this area here. We've reduced it with that moisture changing over and that ratio starting to go down. We are seeing less accumulation and more of this ice mixture starting to push through. So instead of 12 inches, we've dropped it down to about 7 to 10. So far, we've met the 7-inch criteria, and we're starting to exceed that, possibly off towards our west, up to 14 for very high elevations where it's a little harder for that warm air to nudge its way in. And then we're going to see more warm air and ice possibilities off towards the southern region of the I-95 corridor. This is where we're seeing a lot of tricky forecasting turning into nowcasting and the threat of some glazing on the roadways, as well as a threat to the power grid. We'll have to keep close tabs on that. But to get you an expert now on those roadways, let's turn to Christy Breslin to check out how that ice is faring for those drivers who do have to be out today.
Well, Abigail, it is not faring well at all because I have seen so many cars slipping and sliding. There is not good traction out there. That's why, again, we are just telling everyone, if you really don't have to travel, please don't. It is very, very dangerous right now. Also, keep in mind that those bridges, those ramps, those overpasses, they all freeze first. So luckily, you can see Delaney Valley Road here, hardly any traffic, which is what we want at this point. Then we're looking at the Jones Falls Expressway, both the inner and the outer loop. Now, you can see this ramp area here. We had several cars that got stuck in both places. So this is definitely going to be a tricky spot for sure. As far as 95 goes, pretty much snow covered throughout the whole vicinity of it, and we have the express toll lanes closed in both directions between 895 and 95. Now checking back on at 97, still have the crash at Crane Highway, and you can see that camera shot. Things are just still covered there right around Generals Highway. So taking a drive around that area is going to be very slippery. And of course, you're going to have a lot of snow plows out there. So please give them the time and space they need to get everything done. And they're doing a great job out there so far. Megan and Randall?
Yeah, we certainly do want to give them a shout out for all that work that they're doing now and in the coming days. Christy, thank you. We do have a couple of school cancellations for tomorrow. Baltimore City Schools, Carroll County Public Schools, they are closed. So Howard County, they were already closed for students tomorrow, and now the staff is going to work virtually. So school's closed for everybody in Howard County.
It's like Howard County was predicting the future or
like
something.
They knew.
Let's see how it's looking outside. Meantime, with our teams in the field, Jeff Morgan is live in Baltimore County at the Circle in Towson. Jeff, those conditions haven't been very nice to you since you got there. Are those pellets slowing down a little bit? I feel like I can't hear them as heavy as they were before.
Oh, they're still here, Randall. Don't worry, buddy. They're here to stay, it seems like. Let's give a look at these totals, though. So we've been talking about these tables here. They came through, they cleared them off, and they did that about 2 hours ago, maybe 2.5 hours ago, and they cleared those off. And you can see there hasn't really been much accumulation since the last 2 hours. It's a lot of these pellets in this area. There's been a lot of precipitation, just not accumulating really. You see the back behind there, there's kind of the total for everything there. This is the kind of snow we're dealing with. It's light, it's powdery, it's not good for making snowballs. Not going to be great snowmen, at least today. You're not going to see a ton of those in your neighborhood. For the most part, these roads have been clear. People are listening. They're not going out in the Towson area. We've seen maybe at most 2 or 3 cars on this road at a time. This is what you see a lot of. You see a lot of the plow trucks. He's happy. He's excited. We're having a great time here in Towson. You've seen a lot of plow trucks come through the area. They're just getting from job to job. They're clearing everything. You'll see some of the Towson students venturing out and trying to, see what's open in the area. But for the most part, people are staying off the roads. They're listening, and it's making it a little bit easier on those plow trucks when they have to come through and clear those roads. We're waiting on one to come back through here. Went down, but it hasn't come back up yet, so we're waiting for it to clear once again.
All right,
Live in
Jeff,
Towson, Jeff Morgan,
that.
WMAR-TV News.
That is good stuff. People are listening
They are,
to our
which
reporters.
is great. And hopefully a lot of the restaurants and stuff are closed today for the safety of their employees and their staff. And so that's good to see. But, man, it has been really tough to get down to that bare pavement. They try, but then, Mother Nature comes and just goes whoop, right back on
we'll
top
undo
of it.
that real quick.
Right, exactly. So very frustrating, to say the least. But let's go out to Howard County with our girl, Kara Burnett, who's been trying to have some fun despite the changing weather conditions there. So, Kara, how's it going? How you feeling?
People listening to you, too, hopefully?
Yeah, well, I think I might have to change my socks because my toes are a little cold, all right? But I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there because this is my job, right? And I'm informing everybody to stay home. So I appreciate everybody who has been listening, but I really do want to give a quick shout out to everyone who has to leave their house because, we do acknowledge that there are a lot of people who have to travel in this terrible winter weather. First responders, healthcare workers, a lot of the people driving their plows. So thank you. We appreciate everything that you do. But yes, this winter weather is not fun. All right, you can see the icicles just building on our news car over here. We have been parked here since 6 o'clock this morning. You already see the snow kind of forming around this wheel here, because we've been out here for hours on end. It started with a nice fluffy snowflake. Those fluffy snowflakes have left the building. All right, we have ice, we have pellets, we have raindrops, we have the wind, a little bit of everything, and just really creating some really bad, nasty driving conditions. So stay off the road, stay home, but shout out to everyone who has been working through this winter storm, and stay safe, everybody.
I know you may think that Kara Burnett is having a blast. She looks like, you know what, I want to go out and meet her. She'd rather you just stay home and just shout her out from your living room, all right?
Give her a shout out on social media.
Yeah,
How
she
about
prefers that
yeah,
way.
give her some love there.
All right, guys, so a reminder, you can check the latest conditions where you live through our WMAR-TV News app. To get it, open up your phone, scan the QR code you see right there. You can also see a list of a lot of delays and cancellations.
Yes, there are a lot of them on there. And also send us your snow pictures to PIX at WMAR.com. We got some cats looking out the window there, enjoying the snowflakes falling.
Look at
Love the puppies in the coats and the sweaters. Very, very cute. So you guys have just been killing it with these photos here. Is that a snowman? Look at someone.
Somebody made a snowman.
Making a little snowman.
All right.
That's very good.
There
okay.
we go.
And yeah.
All right, that neighborhood is just
That
covered.
neighborhood has not been touched. Probably won't be touched for a couple of days. I guess no one's going to be eating outside at this house.
Oh, they're listening to you with the furniture. And the sledding has begun.
See the goggles. That's a good idea. I saw somebody else on Twitter with that, with those ice pellets, you know? They can't infiltrate. So,
that's it.
Yeah, probably not going to get your mail for a little while.
No.
That's true. And
there we
very
go.
nice. Thank you guys for sending us the photos. You can see all of these at WMAR2news.com. Our news director's been uploading them as we get them. So
yeah, see where your competition is.
yeah. See if you can one up. We love a good one up.
All right, guys, we will be right back. We're taking
with Kelly last night. Well, it's official in about 1 minute. I will have been forecasting for 12 hours. It has been an intense system. Stevie, right up there with me. Dylan has been checking in. It is a full team effort as we go throughout your Sunday, even into your Monday, because this is a nasty setup for all involved. We're looking at the Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, and all the way towards the northeast. We have multiple systems. This high pressure has moved on out. That has allowed some of this low pressure to lift through, carrying with it a low pressure system. We're dealing with this warm front trying to lift. Thankfully, with the placement of this low pressure, it's sliding a little bit more east than it is north. And so that warmth is going to slide more towards the eastern shoreline and towards Delaware. We're still going to get a mix from it, though. It's still going to impact us. Not only are we getting it from the south, lifting to the north, we're also going to see some activity off towards our west, helping to mix things. And that makes for a very tricky forecast and a very messy forecast as far as conditions go. I want to take a live look here. We see in the foreground here accumulation of snow. We see here some freezing of the bay. We see, I think some people walking over there. Brave souls out in this. We're seeing some accumulation here on the side, and if you squint really hard, you can see the difference between the snowflakes and the little pellets, the size and variation of it. That helps us to know what's going on outside with visuals. Radar is great, but it doesn't always tell the full story, so getting a live look outside can help us interpret what's going on in your backyard or outside your front door. And we are dealing with a wintry mix at the moment. It's changed over from snow to now sleet and potentially some ice, depending on your location. Temperatures are supporting anything that falls from the sky sticking to the ground, whether it's snow or sleet or ice at this point. So we really need to be mindful of who's on the roadways and if it's a necessity at this point. It needs to be only necessities at this point because the roadway is just slick and hazardous for drivers out there. We're seeing quite a bit of that heavy bands of moisture essentially at this point transferred to either snow or a wintry mix as it pushes to the east, and it is creating accumulation. We're seeing anywhere from upwards of 7 to 8 inches for a few areas off towards our west. This is showing for the past 6 hours. It's been about an inch behind, and with the moisture changing from snow to sleet, we're going to see less of these totals because it's going to change our moisture ratio, and it's also going to change the form. So accumulation is going to look a little different. But we're seeing close to 6 inches in this area and a little bit higher off towards our higher elevations and off towards our west. All in all, we are looking at quite a bit of snowfall over the past several hours, and it's not done yet. This is radar, not past radar, but current, and it's still showing moderate bands of moisture in the form of snowfall and sleet off towards the very northern tier of the I-95 corridor, as well as off towards the western tier of the I-81 corridor, with this mix starting to lift. And this is going to create some really slick spots on the roadways. This could also cause some challenges for the power grid, and that's something that we need to keep an eye on. Now is the time to charge your phones and to make sure you have ways to stay warm just in case that power does go out for a period. Now, as we turn into the more technical side of things here, correlation coefficient. This is what we use typically in severe weather for tornadoes and strong storms that throw things aloft, but it's not always used for that. It has a dual purpose. We can use it for winter storm tracking, like today, where we're dealing with a changeover of moisture, and this is highlighting in this fiery red-orange color here a little bit of a heavier formation aloft. So it's picking up on more than just snow, which is really this fuchsia color here. This is showing sleet and ice and that changeover from snow into a heavier form of precipitation. And it's mostly hovering the eastern tier of the state. So this is where we're seeing those heaviest ice accumulations thus far. We'll see more as we head into the latter half of the afternoon and into the early evening. As we see temperatures change over, we have a warm notch of air right before we get to the bottom layer, which is cold, which is helping that transition from snow to sleet and ice. And with that cold layer on the ground and with ground temperatures frigid, this is creating ice on the roadways. We really do not recommend travel at this time. We'll talk about the next 7 days and what that looks like here in the next few minutes. Back to you.
Right. Abigail, thank you so much. Yeah, she's talking about the road conditions. We've seen the conditions actually really getting worse in Kara's live shot, she's in Howard County, starting off the morning with just the white fluffy stuff. Now it's going to ice. So the roads are just really terrible right now.
Yeah, Howard County Executive Calvin Ball is joining us now. Executive Ball, what are you hearing from your emergency management team about the conditions out there right now?
Well, good afternoon. And as of about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we had about 6 inches of snow and temperatures at about 20 degrees here in Howard County.
All right.
Wow.
So what's your biggest concern right now with the storm? It's still working its way through, probably not going to be out of here until much later this evening. So what's the focus right now in Howard County?
Well, we are in the process of completing our first round of plowing and salting on our primary and secondary roads to just make them passable. But in Howard County, we have about 3,800 roads and over 1,000 miles. And luckily, we have nearly 200 people out there working hard. And so we just want people to stay off the roads and enjoy this Sunday fun day at home.
All right, and you guys already had this one marked on the calendar for the schools to be off. How happy are you with this perfect timing, given what we've seen from the storm?
Well, in Howard County, we planned so well, and so I'm glad that this one worked out. And the kids can go out, they can play, and hopefully the parents were able to schedule their time accordingly.
Absolutely. And of course, we know that the snow and the ice is not going to go anywhere, Executive Ball, because the temperatures are not going to get up to those nice warmer temperatures to melt this. So what's your message to folks who might be going, well, where's the plow in my neighborhood? Why haven't they touched my neighborhood yet?
Well, please be patient to the extent possible. Feel free to look at our plow tracker on howardcountymd.gov, and keep in mind, when there is a typical snowstorm of about 6 to 12 inches, and we're already a little bit over 6 and likely to get to 9 or 10 inches, it will be until maybe 12 or 18 hours after the storm ends when we will have been able to clear the road. So please be patient and be safe.
I mean, plow tracker, that just sounds like a really cool thing. Just anyway, appreciate you, Executive Ball.
All right. And hey, I just want to say real quick a hello to Larry. He is streaming us down in Florida. Oh. Okay. He's got his shorts on. He says his snow shovel is in retirement. So Larry, just wanted to give you a shout out. Thanks for rubbing it in.
Yeah.
That you're enjoying that nice warm weather. Well, we are here braving the snow and the ice.
Whatever, Larry, whatever.
Hey, but thanks for watching us and streaming us.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. I've got my aunt in Wisconsin who's streaming us and was there, so you can get us anywhere, including sunny Florida.
Yeah, sunny Florida.
Must be nice, Larry.
Well, Florida may not be getting this weather. Well, we know they're not, but a number of other states are dealing with the ice and snow, and that's leading to travel problems. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
This morning, more than 9,000 flights across the U.S. canceled as the winter storm wreaks havoc in multiple states. Today expected to be one of the worst days in U.S. aviation history for weather-related flight cancellations, leaving travelers scrambling.
So I don't know what they're going to do because it's going to be shut down. You know, they probably missed a trip.
Some of the nation's busiest hubs hit the hardest, including Charlotte Douglas International, Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson, and New York's LaGuardia Airport. Airlines say they're doing what they can by bulking up staffing, repositioning aircraft, and adjusting crew schedules. Some major airports even spending more than $30,000 an hour to keep runways plowed.
The Department of Aviation has about 40 pieces of equipment that are used to clear the runways, the roadways, the sidewalks.
American and Delta allowing passengers to change their flights at no extra cost, and United issuing travel waivers for impacted cities.
We had to leave our vacation a day and a half early, so that's kind of frustrating. We're hoping getting out early gets us in, but you just never know.
And of course, if you don't have to go anywhere, the best thing to do is just stay home and avoid this mess. At Newark Airport in New Jersey, Rena Roy, ABC News.
All right, still much more ahead coming up here on a special edition of Good Morning Maryland. As we've now transitioned into the afternoon, there's a live look at the roads 95 just north of Joppa. Not seeing a whole lot of bare pavement out there, and also not seeing a whole lot of cars, which is exactly what we want to see. We will be right back.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Into the noon hour, and we're still in active coverage with snow, ice, and sleet across the region. We are really understanding this winter storm warning issued for the entirety of the state and really the mid-Atlantic region. But for our state, it's looking like until 4 a.m. on Monday. And while our active skies will subside, we will still see hazardous roadway conditions for your Monday. That's why we've already heard about school closures. Hopefully your work is saying don't worry about coming in unless you are a necessity or a public servant to where you are really needed for the public sector for their safety. Now, as we talk about your winter alerts, we're seeing a rapid decline in roadway conditions. Over the past several hours, we've seen a changeover from snow to ice and to sleet, and that's creating a slick layer on top of the snow to where it is very hazardous to get on the roadways, and we do not recommend it if you do not need to. We're looking at around 7 to 10 inches. A few of us have already met the minimum of this range this morning and into this afternoon. We're still seeing accumulation, but not so much snow, more so in the form of sleet. And I think we've gotten about an inch, maybe 2 inches of sleet. So in total, we may be closer to 9 as far as accumulation and precipitation. The difference is the weight of it. Snow is much lighter than sleet, and since the snow fell first, which we had about 7 inches, that sleet on top of it will compact it and compress it and make it closer to the ground. And so if you measure a little bit later, without separating the two, it may only look like 5 inches. So if you're getting varying totals, one, I appreciate the effort, but two, understand that there are a lot of factors going in for this kind of measurement as we deal with a system as tricky as this one. Up to 14 inches, although we may cut down on this just a little bit. We're seeing a warm nose try to make its way in towards the more mountainous region where we're dealing with Garrett, Allegheny, Washington, and even portions of Frederick County. We may shave off a inch or two with that. We're seeing 5 to 8 towards the central south portion of the state, and then off towards the southeast around 4 to 6. This has been the easiest to forecast thus far, just because we're seeing a quick changeover, a rapid changeover from snow to ice. And so that moisture content that we really need, a high moisture content for snow development, has been cut down quite a bit. So snow totals are lower, and it's a little easier to navigate as far as knowing what's to come next. These two areas are subject to vary, but so far our range has been pretty accurate. We're going to see a little bit more accumulation before this storm moves on out of here. It looks like an entire day kind of thing. So if you're cozy on the couch, no reason to get up. We are dealing with this low pressure system off towards our south. It's pushing through the southeastern region of Virginia. It's trying to slide offshore, but not before it throws some warm air off towards the southern region of the state. Not only this, but over here, just to keep things interesting and us on our toes, we're dealing with another batch of warm air trying to make its way in and undercut the development of snow and making it slick outside and possibly jeopardizing the power grid as we look towards the latter half of your afternoon. We're still seeing snow fall from the sky. We're still seeing winds whip around, and we're still seeing accumulation out there. That's going to be our verbiage over the next several hours. So it may seem like I'm repeating. That's actually a good thing. That means conditions are staying pretty stable and we're not seeing a quick change. We'll deal with the 20s. Eventually we'll get more ice than we get snow. So far we're seeing a healthy mix with some snowflakes still in the thick of it, and that is really what's been projected over the last 6 hours with this graphic here of snowfall. We've seen heavy bands off towards our west, spread more and more to the east. This has been good. This has been nice, fluffy snow. We don't really want to see this when it changes to ice, but we'll walk you through it here in the next few minutes. For now, we are turning towards Christy Breslin for a check of those roadways. Christy?
Well, Abigail, as we've been telling you all morning long, travel is not advised. I like the advice that you gave us. Stay home, stay on that couch, stay safe, stay warm. So current conditions on 95, not good. If you can see that traffic camera there, that's Riverside Parkway, and you can see still have a lot of plowing to do. But the snow plow crews, they are doing an amazing job of getting that cleared off. They just need time to get out there and do their jobs. So stay off the roads and help them accomplish that. If you do encounter a snow plow, just make sure you give at least 4 car lengths between you and that plow. Now, as far as the Harrisburg Expressway goes, we still have a crash southbound at Warren Road. You can see not a lot of cars out there. So again, people are heeding our warnings. So we're very happy to hear that. The Beltway, just a reminder here, those bridges, ramps, and overpasses freeze first. This is one ramp area that has had several cars get stuck in it this morning. You can obviously see why. You do not want to be one of them. So if that is the way that you're heading, just please take it extra slow. And there's the current conditions again around Ruxton Road on both the inner and the outer loop of the Beltway. Several disabled vehicles, a lot of cars getting stuck out there. We don't want that to be you. Megan and Randall?
Thank you very much. All right, as far as the school cancellations for tomorrow goes, you can add Cecil County Public Schools to that list. Baltimore City Schools, Carroll County Schools are also on that list as well.
All right, let's check in with our crews in the field, see what it's looking like outside. In Howard County, they called it pretty early before
the schools
today.
did.
Yeah, the schools did.
Yeah.
So timing worked out perfectly there. We've got Kara Burnett out there in Ellicott City trying to keep people inside and off the roads out there. Kara, how's your mission going?
I think it's going well. I've been yelling at people. People have been messaging me saying, we are listening to you, Kara. We are staying home. And that's all that matters, all right?
Hello?
Now, when I was chatting with one of my friends earlier, they did say that they noticed an MTA bus stuck on the side of the road. So, yes, that's a big concern because these roads really, really slippery. The plows have been doing a great job, though, I will say. I have seen a ton of crews out and about this morning. You could see this one headed our way, just trying to clear the area, and we promised him we would move our car so he could so he can do his job. So I'm going to pack it up in a second so we can move over so that way he can clear this side of the street, because you can just see a lot of this snow. You see my feet just sinking into the ground over here. So Trinice, let's move our car so our friend with the plow can clear this area. Megan and Randall, back to you guys.
Right. We got to get you out of there too, Kara, at some point. So yeah, we're definitely going to want him to do his job and get you out of there.
Please.
All right, well, joining us right now is Harford County Executive Bob Castley. Executive Castley, thank you so much for being with us. Talk to us, how are the conditions looking right now in Harford County? I see, very snowy.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's got, right now we got an icy mixture coming down. We get about 5 to 7 inches on the ground. I'm up in Jarrettsville, northern part of the county. We've got road crews out. They're doing a great job with the state, but unfortunately, the conditions are just not letting us get ahead of it. So the roads are in pretty bad shape still, but we keep working them and reworking them. Between the wind and the snow and the ice, it's really making it a challenge. I just ask folks to please stay off the roads, because there's really nothing safe out here. We've got about 150 pieces of equipment running, plus contractors, and the municipalities are running their stuff as well. We've got some Humvees from the Maryland National Guard helping folks to get out and about, have to get out in emergencies and like. So, but yeah, it's not a good day out here. Our volunteers and paid crews are a heck of a good job. Really grateful.
I just want to give Mr. Castley some credit right now for doing this from outside. I think he might be the only county leader so far to do this from outside, just to tell people, go back inside. So what is the plan for the coming days once the storm moves out?
Yeah, so we're hoping that the precipitation stops later tonight if we're lucky, and then the crews will run through the night, come back in as well in the morning. But I know our schools have already called and that they're staying closed. So we're going to be working the streets constantly till we get all these things open. Right now we're just scraping because it's too cold for anything else. So we're running the scrapers, the plows, and we've got shelters up and operating. Got a couple of folks in our main shelter, and it's a pet-friendly shelter. So we're trying to take care of people. We don't have much in the way of power outage. We have a couple, but nothing too significant. We're not hitting a lot of people. Okay, so if it's your house, it's significant, but they're not widespread. And so just ask folks to please stay home while the crews go to work on the roads and clear them up. So they're doing a great job.
Okay, and then I want to double check just to make sure, as a Harford County parent myself, because we were surprised that Harford County Schools hadn't called it. Are they calling it? What's it looking like right now?
Yeah, they've announced that the schools are closed, which doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, we're just not going to have this stuff ready for the morning. That's just not going to happen. I'm watching what they're doing now. I mean, even our major roads, we just can't keep them cleared enough. And with the wind and the cold, it's just tough to get things to work right. So we appreciate what I think it's a wise call on the school's part to go ahead and close tomorrow. So people are working hard for you. People need to know that the crews are out. It's just Mother Nature is giving us her best. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Yeah, she's kicking our butt. So we're trying. We got everything's out there, but folks shouldn't think that we're not. We got over 150 pieces of ours, plus we got contractors out there. We got the 3 municipalities out there and the state highways out there. So I'm out about checking on everything, and it's not like we're not moving it. It just keeps coming back in. 30 minutes after you clear a street, it's right back on you. So we're trying real hard. It's valiant efforts.
Yeah, we've been seeing that everywhere. Absolutely. We've been seeing that everywhere. Of course, all these crews working so hard. County Executive Bob Castley, we appreciate you, but we want to get you back inside. So we'll check in with you later. We appreciate the time.
Stay safe.
All right. Thanks, folks. Have a good day. Take care.
You too. All right, now let's get you out to Baltimore County with our Jeff Morgan.
Yeah, poor Jeff, who's been out there. He's just been getting pelted with the icy stuff pretty much all morning and now into the afternoon. How you hanging in there, Jeff?
Jeff.
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. We got some snacks and stuff. We're hanging in there. I think it's slowing down. I really can't tell at this point. You can take a look here. We just had the plows come through not too long ago, and so the road is looking better. We've seen a lot more fishtailing in about the last hour and a half. I don't know if it's because more people are out because it's light out and it's, their middle of their day, or if it's because this thin layer of sleet that's just kind of covering everything around here right now. It's kind of frustrating to deal with when you're walking up and down the sidewalks. Even the traction is not that great, and for the most part, the people are heeding the advice. They're staying inside. We're not seeing a ton of cars. We have seen some ill-prepared college students that have decided to venture out. People who are well underdressed. I'm not going to name any names because I'm sure their parents would be a little frustrated, but we've seen some of the Towson students walking around in, just sweatpants, no coat, and a t-shirt maybe. So they're built different, I guess, because that would not be me. For the most part, though, in Towson, things are pretty quiet. We've had a couple emergency vehicles go by, but we haven't been able to see any issues here. People are just kind of heeding that advice, staying indoors, and waiting out this storm and letting the crews do what they need to do. Megan, Randall?
You know what? If I catch one of these kids out, I'm telling. I'm not going to be as nice as Jeff. I'm telling
You were a college kid once, too. You probably...
I wasn't crazy.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. And, hey, don't forget, you can get us wherever. You can be in Florida watching us right now. You can be in Wisconsin. You can be right there in Baltimore. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download the app. We've got hour-by-hour conditions, a list of delays and cancellations. So we also now have Anne Arundel County Public Schools. They've announced they're just closing. And then we just spoke to Harford County Executive Bob Castley, who says that Harford County schools are planning to close. We haven't seen that posted on their website just yet, but I trust that
yes.
I mean...
And I'm a Harford County parent, so I'm waiting by the phone.
Yeah, I mean, I will not be surprised if every school district is going to be closed tomorrow just because of the cleanup and getting those roads all cleaned up.
It's just rough out there
It is very rough out there right now.
So in the meantime, while you're hanging out at the house, send us your snow pictures. There it is.
Boopable
That's
face
what we're
right
talking
there.
about right there. All in the camera saying, when is this going to be over?
Yeah.
Send those pics to PIX@WMAR.com.
Oh, look, the John Deere with the snow plow. I bet he's everybody's favorite person in the neighborhood.
Favorite neighbor right there.
Yes. Oh, we
look
got
at them.
The pups out there enjoying the snow.
Hanging out.
We love to see this. Thank you. Oh, look at the little sweaters.
Got the bubble,
I'm
the
so
bubble
enjoying.
jacket.
Is that a bubble jacket?
I think that's a little bubble situation.
All right, that is adorable.
I love it.
Love
we love it. Keep
Thank
it
you.
coming, folks. Y'all
the
have been,
booties. Okay.
There it is.
The dog
okay,
booties.
I think that might be. Is that the champ?
Yep, that might be the champ.
I think that might be the champ right
Love
there.
the dog booties.
Look at the coordination.
Keep them. Oh, this is Jeff.
That's Jeff's dog.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff's dog's having a way better time than him right now. Look at that.
Hands down. Don't show Jeff.
Don't tell Jeff.
We'll be right back. Woo woo. Power outages are very low.
You're watching Maryland's first television station. Now, WMAR-2 News.
Well, it's snowy, it's messy, and we're here for it because we have to be. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Randall Newsom.
And I'm Megan Knight. Thank you for watching this special edition of our winter weather coverage. Yes, we have been at this since 6 o'clock this morning, even earlier, so we could get the crews out there. Meteorologist Abigail Degler, she was in when I got in at 2 a.m. this morning. Yeah. She has been up for a very long time forecasting, but so crucial, Abigail, because things are just changing so quickly, especially now that we're talking about these icy conditions.
Yeah, things are getting a little worse for the wear on the roadways. We are dealing with slick spots. I'm on my second cup of coffee on my 12th hour of forecasting. Yeah. Cheers to you at home. I hope you're enjoying your coffee and or tea or whatever is keeping you warm and awake, because that is what we are surviving off of here. But we're not in the elements, so we're thankful for that. We are dealing with quite a bit of changeover from snow to sleet to now ice, especially off towards our southern tier. That pink color, that salmon color, or maybe even that fuchsia color, depending on your TV. This is starting to swell and lift a little bit more, and this is where things are going to get especially nasty. Since we're dealing with the teens and 20s, our ground is frigid, our air is frigid. The only thing it can do at this point is freeze. And so we are going to see some really bad road conditions spanning from portions of Anne Arundel County all the way down towards our southern tier off towards Salisbury. And this is going to create some really hazardous roadways. So I do not recommend any travel, like absolutely no travel in this area unless you are a snowplow or an emergency service member, because this is going to be very dangerous at times. The northern tier, it's not showing up as much on this radar. This is due to the angle of the radar. It's showing some snow. It's showing a little bit of sleet. We have some warm air trying to mix in. That is undercutting our moisture content. And so that is rapidly declining our accumulation for snow. It's changing over to sleet and ice, and that takes a little less moisture. It causes a lot more havoc on the roadways. But we're still seeing persistent snow coverage off towards our west, and it's still sliding in, even despite some of the warmer winds and the warmer air. You're going to see this outer layer here, and I might switch it over for the next scan of this off towards Delaware's radar site, just to see if this is showing a little bit of a variation due to its placement. But we're seeing that changeover. We're dealing with quite a bit of ice projections as we head into the next several hours. We'll look at more totals here in the next few minutes. Back to you both.
All right, thank you, Abigail.
All right, well, we've got our team of reporters who have been out there for hours on end just to give you an idea of what the conditions are looking like outside, so you don't have to go outside and see them for yourself.
Yeah, and they will remind you over and over again if they have to. Both of our live crews have been telling people from experience, just don't go outside. It's not great out there. Jeff Morgan is in Towson right now. Kara Burnett in Ellicott City. Kara, how's it looking over there on Route 40 out there by the gas station?
Well, Megan and Randall, you know it's bad when I'm dancing to the music from the gas station just to stay warm, okay? My toes are cold, my face is cold, but I will say that heavy snow kind of drifted, like it came down just a bit, but now it's just that really, really cold temperature that you feel, and some of the light, icy precipitation that's coming down. You could see the snow sticking and very heavy, so that is a concern out on the roads, and sometimes really creating a slippery condition. A plow just came through this parking lot for the gas station to clear it out. Shout out to Dashin. Also, I just want to give them a quick shout out because I ran in there like 5 or 6 times just to grab my tea so I can stay warm. But we're just going to swing right over here. We're going to take a look at Route 40 right by St. John's Lane in Ellicott City. You can see some cars. Oh, is that person stuck? I hope that person's not stuck. All right, well, just drive safe because people have been getting stuck around this corner, this bend, where you would turn right in front of the Chipotle. So, okay, they're good. They are good. That's a good sign. All right, Megan and Randall, I'm going to send things back inside into the studio.
Ooh, good. Glad they're not stuck.
Yeah.
We were going to have another one out there. All right, Kara, thank you very much. And joining us right now is Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott. Mayor Scott, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. How are things looking there in the city?
Listen, we are out. Our crews are out. We have over 700 pieces of equipment out right now. Folks are working. I just actually got back to our emergency operations center from going to every corner of the city, starting with started here downtown, went to West Baltimore, Southwest Baltimore, Northwest Baltimore, North Baltimore, Northeast, East, and Southeast Baltimore before coming back here. Our crew's out working, but I am seeing too many people out that do not have to be. In fact, I actually had to help a gentleman who was stuck get out of being stuck, even though he didn't have to be because there was a snowplow right there. But this is what we're talking about when folks are prohibiting folks from doing their work. We got him out, and then 2 seconds later, he got stuck again to the point where we actually just took him home. We need people to allow crews to have the space to do their work. If you're seeing folks, if you're seeing things, put that anything non-emergency into 311, all emergencies, only emergencies into 911. We're going to continue to do our work, but folks are going to have to be patient. We too many people on the roads right now. Allow the crews their time and space to do their work.
Now, of course, Mayor Brandon Scott, you gave that warning, guys. If you don't have to be out, just don't be. But, I mean, we were bragging on Baltimore City kids because I feel like they can brave anything, but that just lets you know how serious this storm is because you guys called it. You guys.
Well, it's different if you're walking to your neighborhood sledding spot. That's fine. I saw folks sledding in Drew Hill Park. I saw folks sledding in Clifton Park. I know folks have been sledding down in Federal Hill. Walking and being there, as long as you're dressed appropriately for the weather, is fine. But you should not be driving. Folks are driving and they're like, where you going? Oh, I'm just going to see my friend. You better Zoom your friend or FaceTime them. You should have slept in with your friend. Do not drive unless you have to. There are folks that have to be out here that don't want to be. Our nurses, our doctors, firefighters, police, our snow workers don't want to be out here, but they have to. This is not safe. It's not a safe thing. We want people to be safe and stay home when you can. But if you are out, give yourself the space that you need and the extra time. You're not going to get anywhere quick in weather like this, but we're going to continue to just have our crews working. We're going to get to those deep side streets and all of those things. We want folks to put that in 311. It allows me and my team to track that here. But our crews have been doing good work, and we're going to continue to push ourselves to be better even than we have been.
Yeah, talk about the challenges too, Mayor Scott, of clearing snow and ice in a city. Obviously, you don't have the big wide streets like the suburbs do. Yeah. You don't have all those parking lots to put the stuff in. So what are the challenges that you face that are unique, say, to your county neighbors?
Yeah, we have a lot of unique challenges, right? We know that, for example, our county neighbors who we love, they get assistance from Maryland State Highway. We have to do all of our roads, right? Our primary roads, our secondaries, everything has to be done. Our off-ramps, 83, all of that has to be done by the city. And we do have smaller streets, which is why we open up places where we'll be dumping our snow and parking lots and things like there here in the city, but it's also why we've increased the amount of contractors. I've been being in the snow room now since 2007. You learn a lot, right? And now we have 700 pieces of equipment out. A lot of that are contractors who have the smaller vehicles that can get down those smaller streets and be able to deal and help our neighbors there and allow us to grow that workforce that we have here that, of course, is led by our city workers.
People, follow our advice. You don't want Mayor Scott coming out there looking for you, having to dig you out of being stuck.
Listen, I'm letting you know right now, there will be pictures and video of an example of Don't Let This Be You coming to the mayor's Instagram in the next few hours and saying, this is exactly what I was talking about.
He will get it up on Instagram and put you on blast. Mayor Scott, we appreciate the time. We'll see you soon.
Mayor Scott, thank you.
All right, guys, let's see what it's looking like in Baltimore County, where we first started talking about that icy mix that's really been messing with things this morning.
Yeah. Jeff Morgan is putting college students on blast this morning who are walking around not dressed appropriately. Good on you, Jeff.
Yeah, tell on these kids.
Yeah, We got a couple of them that have been coming out. I think a World of Wine is open, so I think that's where they're heading to. We have a lone business here that was smart and decided to open up, and seems like they're getting all the customers. So you can take a look at some of the snow that we're dealing with, the accumulation here on this side street. There is a ton. It is light powdery underneath, and then there's that thin layer of sleet that's come down throughout it. And then if you come over here, this is another issue. We've seen people trying to get off of York Road onto side streets that are struggling because of, look how much snow has been pushed off to the side of the road by these plows here, and you can't, not many cars that can handle that. So there's a ton of snow mounted up on the side of these on the main roads. You see some people that are braving it, but for the most part, people here in the county are kind of heeding Mayor Scott's his warning and staying inside. We've seen a couple people. We are near GBMC. We're near a fire station. We're near some essential locations that I think people are heading to. It doesn't seem like people are just out about to look. For the most part, people that are driving, it seems like they got somewhere to go. They're going really slow, and they're sticking to those main roads. So for right now in Towson, things are pretty quiet. Things are pretty calm, and they're listening to those words from Mayor Scott and everyone else who's been saying, stay inside. Don't come out here if you don't have to, because you don't want to be put on blast on the mayor's Instagram page, because that sounds embarrassing. For now, live in Towson, Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
It sure is. All right, Jeff, thank you. Well, hey, you know, we've been saying all morning and this afternoon the roads are terrible, the sidewalks stink, but that's not stopping some folks from getting out and getting in their run, like this person we saw on York Road in North Baltimore, just doing out a little morning jog. Might be feeling a little invigorating there. By the way, city snow emergency plan in place. You are not allowed to park on designated snow emergency routes. Your car will be ticketed and then towed. They do have free parking at 8 city garages until tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Also at 12 city schools where you can go to park.
And we talked to Executive Bob Casserly in Harford County. The National Guard is ready to be deployed there if needed. 5 Humvees, 2 tactical vehicles, 16 Guard members are there to help with the storm response. The county also has the snow plows filled with salt there, ready to clear more than 1,000 miles of road if they have to.
All right, and be sure to download the WMAR-2 News app. That's how you can stay up to date with us even when we're not on air or we're not streaming. You can see the live radar. You can get those hour-by-hour conditions right where you live, and also the list of delays and cancellations, quite a few of them today. We're already starting to get some for tomorrow. I think almost pretty much every school system is closed at this point. So
we expect that list to be complete soon. Speaking of a list, send us your snow pictures to pix@WMAR.com. We've got some good stuff so far, and I'm so glad a lot of people are shooting from a distance, which means you're following that advice we've been talking about.
Yes, we love to see that, but we are loving to see these snow photos. That is adorable. Oh. We got some little deer made out of logs.
Love that.
So cute. And lots of dog, I was just going to say, a lot of dog photos, and there's a dog puppy photo. I bet that guy loves it. Look at that coat.
Look at that. Oh.
They're running. They're getting the zoomies in the snow.
Look at them go.
They're having a good time. Oh, look at the little guys. You be very careful. You might lose that guy.
I'm about to say, in the snow.
At least he has a red coat on.
A few more inches, that one's going to be gone. All right.
Oh, we got some water pictures.
That is a winter wonderland out there.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for sending these photos in. We really do appreciate it. Keep them coming. PIX@WMAR.com. That dog's got the right idea. He's like, I ain't going out in that.
He looks perturbed.
I am going to watch this from the comfort of my blankie and my bed.
Yeah.
Smart puppy there. All right. And we'll be right back.
That's what we expect from them.
You're watching WMAR-2 News, part of the Scripps News Group.
All right, welcome back to the special edition of WMAR-2 News. Our snow coverage continues with a look at the snowy roads there in Towson. Not a whole lot of bare pavement, even though the plows have been going through. Jeff Morgan has said they've been coming through probably every half hour on the hour.
And Mother Nature just undoes the work right after they go through.
Yeah, it is such a tough go for those guys out there right now. So we just want to give a shout out to all the crews out there.
Absolutely.
But all the more reason, Abigail, just to stay off the roads now.
Please, let them do their work.
Yeah, and MDOT has had its work cut out for them. They got out there early, they did everything right, but with a high accumulating snow first, it's hard to salt and have an impact because every time they salted and it melted a little bit, it froze and then it got covered with more snow. Now that we're starting to see that transition, we're hoping to see a little bit more of an impact from the salt and the brines on the roadways, but MDOT still has its work cut out for them as we go throughout the next several hours. So heed Mayor Scott, Governor Wes Moore, and all of the meteorologists throughout the region, and just stay indoors. Let MDOT, let the first responders be able to utilize those roadways and make sure that they have the ability to get it done this morning and this afternoon. As we see this changeover, we're going to see rapidly declining roadway conditions, starting really off towards our southeast. It's starting to lift, and it's not necessarily represented by this radar here. It's a little less intrusive for some of the upper layers because of its angle, but we are still seeing some decent bands of snowfall. But what it's not representing is some of this mixture starting to already lift through, and this is impacting our snowfall rate, this is impacting our snowfall totals, and this is impacting our precipitation type. The good news, what little good news we should have a little reprieve here. For the southeastern region of the state, we'll see a warming trend over the next few hours. It should change over to rain. This will help for a very short window where we see some melting. And with the brine on the roadways, we'll see some improvement for those of us who have to be on the roadways before it gets hazardous once again. For the northern tier, we're still dealing with the teens and the 20s. It's slick out there. No reason to be on those roadways. We're even seeing portions of the bay try to freeze, which is showing you just how cold it is outside. Some accumulation here, a little bit of snowfall, although those rates have declined in the past several hours. We're seeing less snowfall from the sky, which is nice to have a little bit of a break, but we still got plenty of accumulation from the early morning hours where we saw snowfall rates in the 1 to 2 inch range across the state. This accumulation up to 7 inches throughout northern portions of the Baltimore County region, and in the city proper, closer to 6.5. But we've gotten some sleet and some ice pellets on top of that, up to 2 inches in a few regions. So total accumulation is closer to 8 and 9 inches. So we are right in our range so far. We're dealing with 20 degrees outside, feeling like the teens for a few of us, like the single digits. As far as the range goes, I know everybody wants to know how much we're going to get. This has been adjusted multiple times in the past 48 hours. In the past 12, we've settled on 7 to 10 for this band here, 5 to 8 for the south central region of the state, and the southeastern region 4 to 6, where we're seeing the lowest snowfall but the highest ice potential. So it's not a great trade-off. Even though they're getting less snow, they're getting more ice, and it's going to have more impacts. As we look off towards the mountains, we may need to adjust this a little bit since we are starting to get some warm air trying to make its way in. But so far, this graphic is still up to date and on par for what we expect for the next several hours. We'll see rain as we go into the next several hours. It looks mostly spreading off to the southeastern region. While this starts to transition, we'll have some warmer air move in, no more snow, more some ice, freezing rain, and ice pellets with sleet. We'll finally get a break as we roll into early Monday morning. But these temperatures put into place, I know I'm the bearer of bad news here, is set to refreeze anything left over on the ground and make it hard to navigate as we roll into Friday, hence all the closures rolling into your Monday. Back to you guys.
All right, Abigail, thank you so much. All right, we want to go back out to Towson with Jeff Morgan, who is live up near the circle there.
Yeah, Jeff. Okay, so of course, every time you see the plows come through, it just seems like Mother Nature just goes in and just undoes that work. How's it looking out there right now?
Yeah, Randall, things are pretty good right now. You can take a look and see here in the roads that the plow came through not too long ago, and it still is just, it kind of looks messy down here. There is a little bit of action down below below the hill where there's people clearing out some of the sidewalks here. It's just pretty ugly for the most part. We're still getting those pellets that are coming down, that sleet coming down, that's just kind of annoying for the most part for people out here. There are some college kids that have made it out from Towson that are just walking through the area. It seems like some people are heading to World of Wine, which seems to be open, which is a good thing for those people getting to enjoy something on this kind of miserable day for the most part here in Towson, as people just kind of stay inside and wait this thing out for the most part. But things have been pretty good for the most part. People aren't, slipping too much. It's just the plows are trying to keep up with the snow the best that they can. For now, live in Towson, Jeff Morgan, WMAR-TV News.
All right, appreciate you, Jeff. Now, meanwhile, Kara Burnett is live in Ellicott City. Kara, ideally, you would be making friends for good reasons, but
we were like,
hopefully those are just snow plow drivers at this point. Okay, so first of all, we don't have Kara right now.
Okay.
We had to do a little switcheroony real quick.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and go to break.
Yeah.
I could use a break.
Yeah, so could I. So let's go to break, and then hopefully we can get Kara when we come back.
Yeah. What do we do if we don't get close, Miles? 10 seconds.
Go to break again.
You're watching Maryland's first television station. Now, WMAR-2 News.
All right, I think we have Kara. I think
All
she's
right.
back.
Kara Burnett.
So let's go out to Ellicott City and see what she's got the measuring
she
stick
is.
out. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, before we wrap up here at 1 o'clock, Kara, what is the final total? At least for right now.
For right now, yeah.
Well, yeah. Right. We'll get to that in a second, but I just have to say, I've seen a lot of things since I've been out here since 6 a.m. this morning, but what I saw earlier, about 5 minutes ago, this guy in a blue sedan right? I don't know cars that well, so you'll have to correct me. But the black piece that goes underneath, like in front of the car, completely fell off. And then he pulled out another black piece from the car, also looked equally as important, don't know what it is, and then hopped back on the road. Not safe. And that's what I've seen. I've seen cars get stuck, that car falling apart. So that is my final warning for me today on this edition of Good Afternoon, Maryland. Please stay home if you can. All right, now let's get one more measurement. Let's go right over here. Get the ruler in the grounds. And we have a little over 6 inches. A little over 6 inches in Ellicott City. Thank you guys so much. I had a blast out here, and I'm ready to go home. Megan and Randall.
We'll be happy to send you home, Kara. Good job.
Kara, thank you. All right, joining us now, we have Baltimore County Executive Kathy Klausmeyer. Executive Klausmeyer, good morning, or good afternoon.
Yes, yes, right. Now, we have shifted from morning to afternoon with this winter storm. Now, do you have any concerns for residents, ma'am, as this winter storm rolls on? Let's see if we have her. Do we? Okay. So far, we don't have County Executive Kathy Klausmeyer right this second.
That's okay. She's probably very busy right now.
Yeah,
Lots
a lot going on outside
throughout the county. But you know, as we've been saying it all morning, we'll say it again. The roads are so bad out there. The crews are doing their best to plow. But if you do need to leave your house for any reason, we know Maryland State Highway has a great website that you can go to check it out. Here's Charlie Gischler.
But we have our STORM app, the Statewide Transportation Operations Resource Map, and that shows where the equipment is and where they've treated for the past 30 minutes. So, again, we say stay home, but if you do have to go out, we realize there are some essential people. Go to that and devise a good transportation plan.
Essential workers only. You heard the man. And so we asked, you guys delivered. We appreciate you guys hanging with us all morning and sending us this great stuff. Check out this video sent in from a viewer of those pups right there playing in the snow while he's putting in some work. He's moving the snow out of the way.
They will play. Humans have to work. This is my cousin's dog, by the way. This is Maggie. I thought I recognized her earlier, and I wasn't sure. And then I got a text from my cousin Olivia. She's like, "That's Maggie out there enjoying the snow." So,
all right.
Yeah, she's enjoying her snow day.
Nose full of snow.
That's right. Probably put it right in there.
Love that. Look at that.
And then this is our photographer, Christy Harper. This is her pups as well.
Look at them go.
Lots of fun.
I just don't know if they're having a good time.
I can't really tell.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling the energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Step it up.
There we go. Get those zoomies going.
Yeah, look at them go.
Love to see that.
That's good stuff. Look at the fashion.
And we have more dogs having fun in the snow. This is on our website. We've got a huge photo gallery going. Thank you so much to everyone who has sent in a photo and some videos.
Look at the fashion.
The dog winter fashion.
The furry fashion is on full display.
Point right now. I got to tell you, there are so many cute things.
Another face full of snow.
Another face plant right into the snow. So thank you so much. Again, PIX@WMAR.com.
Send them all day.
Yeah, please just keep on sending them. We'll keep adding them to the photo gallery there so everybody can enjoy and see how everybody else is spending their snow day. We love to see it.
They followed the formula. I'm so proud. K9s and kids.
That's right.
We appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
We should have went ahead and threw you in it.
Would have been like, look at that little chicken nugget.
Try to give you a break from talking.
I'm here. Look. This is my cousin's dog. She's like Maggie watching Maggie.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's good
Is she a boxer mix?
Yeah, something. She's huge.
Yeah.
She is a massive pup.
Maybe she's boxer Great Dane because she's got the boxer jowl.
Yeah,
cute.
Definitely.
I'm assuming we're calling it on Klausmeyer?
Yeah. Right?
They're not doing Klausmeyer.
Okay.
You're going to be there.
Okay.
We'll just final weather before.
It's the final countdown.
Klausmeyer pumped faked us twice. Nasty.
All right, so I guess we're just going to say goodbye, huh?
Probably.
Does Miss Abigail get a final?
Always.
How do you do?
Always hate when you get it like after you've already introed.
Megan and Randall, how long do you need to say goodbye?
Bye.
I'm about to say, whatever y'all need from us, we'll deliver.
I mean, not long.
Whatever y'all need from us, we're good.
You want us to keep it short? Keep it short.
Wants to run our mouths?
We can run our
Talk
mouths.
about college kids in Towson? Do that too?
And
I'll yell at him.
The mayor trolling. Yeah.
Do not get put on blast by the mayor. You will not enjoy that. He's got a lot of followers.
I think once you're with the Chromie.
Well, we're closing in on the 1 o'clock hour. It's still snowing out there. We are dealing with this massive system spread across at least half of the U.S. And we are having some company in our misery out there. We expect more of a changeover into sleet and ice later on this afternoon. Some rain for the eastern tier of the state. All of it subject to refreeze tomorrow morning as we drop down into the teens overnight. So with that, we have that winter storm warning until 4 a.m. on your Monday. So we're seeing all those closures. Please be safe. Charge your phones now. Find ways to stay warm. And if you can, maybe shovel out your neighbor's driveway or sidewalk. Back to you guys.
All right, Abigail, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Our marathon lady.
Yes, absolutely. So I think we're going to wrap things up here. We will be back on, I believe, after 4 o'clock.
Yep.
For some more winter weather coverage. Keep sending in those photos, PIX at WMAR.com.